maybe I'm sucking some dick somewhere, but not here.
Really?
It's not
You
happening.
don't think it's here, but it's somewhere out in some reality you're
probably. I'm guessing,
Okay.
but if we're right about
to
our
know.
theories, then probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Sure,
You
man.
too,
And
you too, man.
no.
Oh,
no. There's that. No, I don't think so.
why am I echoing now?
What? I don't know. What are you
I
talking
don't
about?
hear an echo, but
I don't hear an echo.
Did you see my mouse, Dan?
What about your mouth?
I know
What's your
why.
mouth? What's your mouth doing now? Talking?
Mouse, my mouse. When did we even start? I just noticed that.
Oh, we're live?
We were talking about. Oh, that's my line. That's my line.
What were we talking about, Suso?
We were talking about Suso being gay.
In a different timeline, not this one. Stop.
Really? Because most people can't remember the other timelines,
Oh my god. Now I'm
That's the
speaking
beauty
other
of
languages.
that's the beauty of butt sex. It allows you to carry over to the next reality.
It's so easy. You just do what you want, and if you don't like it, you just shift over.
Sure.
So everyone's probably just shift back, huh?
I think so. Well, anyway, welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Let's go and play the intro.
What we're live.
Hey, party people. Guys, welcome to the Freaky Friday broadcast. I am your host with the most scare performance alongside, well, we have Noble and Steve, we have Fizzy Pop, and yes, Suso, we are live. Welcome.
We are shifting. Oh my god, we are live.
Yeah, we are live. We are live.
Can I show you my thing now?
Yes.
Sure.
What?
Whatever that might be.
What were we talking
We just went
about?
from PG-13 to
Okay, so
much higher.
Okay, so this photo is really grainy because I had to zoom in. But check this guy out. This guy, this mousum.
Oh, stop.
What is that?
It's a mouse. He comes and sits on that teddy bear for no reason.
Okay, is that in your house?
Mm-hmm.
Why is there a giant mouse in your house?
I zoomed in, Dan. He's not giant.
He's huge.
That's a pretty
He's
damn
massive.
big
That's
mouse.
a big ass mouse. But why isn't it being hit with a broom and shoot outside is my first thought.
Okay, so I tried to get the cat to
He
do
is
something.
fat. What are you feeding that thing?
I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So we did catch one in a trap, but this guy evades all traps. And I even sent Mama Cat towards him. And she just gave me this not my problem look and went back to sleep. So now
And you just let it sleep? Go handle your mouse and get it outside. Good God, you're gonna get the plague.
how am I supposed? What am I supposed to just pick him up while he's
Go get some
napping?
tongs or something.
It loves the bear.
Go get some
Yeah,
tongs.
Dan, he's just snuggling
It's
the
the
bear.
Baby, come on.
That is not a pet mouse. That is an outdoor
go.
mouse that is eating your food. Look
I
at
say
it.
feed it.
You know, you see this right here? That's an empty cup of coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, well, it's probably ate it.
He
probably
got
happened.
inside and got
probably
stuck in
high
it,
as
and I was laughing so hard.
So now you've befriended a mouse.
Yeah, I used to have hamsters. It's not that different.
No. Wasn't there a movie about that called Wilbur? You guys remember that movie where the Wilbur and he started talking to the mice, and then they all started befriending him, and then he had to kill him off or something. Then they got him at the end. Oh my God! Remember that's like a '60s movie.
Michael Jackson? Did he do a song? Was that Michael Jackson with the?
Okay.
Oh, Ben. I'm thinking Ben with the mice. Yeah, it's the same thing. He did a song called Ben, right?
And mouse on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Well. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Hey Dan, what went down in Houston?
What went
Something
down
horrible
in
happened in Houston the last 2 days. I was gonna bring it up, but I forgot.
right?
Like,
Just another
what happened?
shooting?
Another shooting?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Something
I think it's shooting. Yeah, it's guys. I was gonna show some. You know, how I go to VidMax and I just kind of pick the best clips, and I'm not kidding you guys. Wow, I couldn't even show like the first. Usually, it's that I can tell how the week's gone based off the first page. And I went there today just kind of looking for content, and I was like, no, no, no. And it's just like, I mean, some like there
Too
was a
dark?
fight. It was way too dark, like kids fighting, and then they were shot, and then there was another one where a guy was sitting there in line, they're like buying something at a gas station. Dude was kind of talking to his girl or whatever, you know how whatever guys do. Anyway, the other guy, girl didn't say nothing to him. She just walked away, got in a car, and then the dude gets out, says something to him, and then just kills him right there on the spot in
What?
Chicago. Dude, it's fucked up right now. What's going on these clips? Like, you don't hear about this stuff on the news. I mean, it's really bad. But anyway, it's like way too much, just senseless killings and things like that going on right now. So, yeah, pretty sad state of affairs. Yeah. How do you watch that stuff and you're just like, damn, dude, the hell? And I've never. It's weird, and I know that it's all it happens. It's out there, and the chances it happens next year are very rare, and I get that. But damn, when you sort of put it all together, you just see this stuff, and it's sure a lot more than it used to be, and quite sad. I had a couple clips real quick to show you just to start off the broadcast. Let me see here. We had this one right here. This is a yacht. A couple $1,000,000 just got launched. I don't know what it is, man, about it doesn't look like they did anything wrong per se, but sometimes these boats just don't float, man. I don't know what the hell. It's a kind of a tricky situation when they launch these things. It can go bad, and it certainly did here. Everything looks good. Looks like a decent launch. Yeah, it's going in.
It's going right in.
Going right in. Everything's good.
It's just going.
Look.
Right
It's your. I'd say, yeah, we're floating.
Oh, okay.
We're good. We're good. But at some point, somewhere, things go awry. Let's see what happens. I'd call that a successful launch. Uh-oh. It has a little bit of list. Uh-oh. It's taking on water somehow. Oh, shit. I think it took on water. I don't think it had anything to do with the launch. Oh, fuck. I wonder if they have to really worry. I don't know much about launching boats, but I wonder if things have to be really balanced in, what I'm saying, inside the boat, especially.
It's balanced. That shouldn't have took on water.
Yeah, I mean, like, what would cause it to lean that far over to the left, or starboard? Starboard left or right? I don't know boats. I think I should know boats. I play boats. I say I don't. But anyway, it's leaning a lot, and it's not looking good. I think the crew starts to bail at some point. Yeah, right about here is where I'm going. Oof. Oh, that sucks, man. Dude, your yacht, man. Oh, the guy's got to be sick to his stomach.
How many people died?
Nobody died. They just, yeah. Nobody died, but dude,
Everybody got off. All right. Still.
I know. Damn.
Yeah, it's got to suck.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, time to swim back to shore.
He made sure everybody was off. That's
I
nice.
think I would have hung out on the boat a little bit longer, but whatever.
No, he just gave up. I would too.
We got some I want to talk about I don't have a lot going on right here, but I did have this clip here. We'll show this later. This is something really I couldn't not listen to this. I listened to it this week and I was like, damn, people need to hear this. A bunch of stuff about how jacked up Gilligan's Island was in the making of it, and like all the stuff that happened with the cast and crew, like behind the scenes stuff. It was crazy. So we'll watch some of that later. What's up?
I've been watching some old videos, like some black and white old TV stuff recently. Did you catch the email I sent you on the banana?
I started watching it, but I didn't see all of it, bro.
All you had to do was see the beginning, because the beginning is when the guy
everyone spelled
banana.
banana wrong. Yeah, I know.
No.
Everybody
Okay.
spelled it wrong. I know.
Well, everyone spelled it
Yeah,
right.
it's just banana. Well, yeah, wrong
I
way.
know it's just banana, but
It's just banana, bro. Take that over.
I just wanted to ask.
That's go to take that shit to Sandy's show, bro.
Oh, dude,
damn! I'm sorry. That probably hurt a little bit. I'm just kidding.
Come on.
I'm just playing. I respect all Mandela effects. Really. I do.
Don't do it this place.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a Mandela snob. I'm just. If you didn't know, in England and other parts of Europe, they have lost their shit. They're tired of all this, immigration stuff going on, and they've had enough. So they have started all, showing national pride, because apparently, showing national pride and pride in your country is an arrestable offense, and now they're like arresting kids. Fucking crazy over there. Here's a small clip.
Anyone know?
Yes, they open their good as well. The reason everything's around.
He's 11. Are you trying to target me or something? Children and going home. Is that what you want?
Even when they argue, they're so funny. They're so proper. It's like, ideal, yes. I'm trying to talk to you.
You're going to target my children, yeah? I'm not targeting children. Yeah, you are.
I feel sad for England. It's just a fallen country now. Seriously, it's just so bad.
Gordon Ramsay needs to go back.
Yeah, somebody needs to save England.
Fallen world, man.
Remember the one cop that I think it was in Europe? He went in there and he like stole some kids' underwear or something like that. Remember? Or like the little girl's underwear. Do you remember that clip I showed?
I do. Recall.
Yeah, he got arrested. They did arrest him. So.
Well, fuck
that's good. Yeah, fucking.
At the very least.
I know, right? So anyway, there's that. Let's see. This is just a PSA out there. When you climb these damn walls, okay, make sure you wear your harness. Okay. Don't
I've
forget.
never had any desire for rock climbing.
I really haven't either, but there's a guy, I guess he decided like, oh yeah, I'm gonna climb up there and do this, but he didn't put the harness on, you're supposed to. So he went out. I guess he was just excited to do it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna climb this rock wall.
How do you get down again?
Well, you'll see.
God, I can already see this coming. This sucks.
Oh man, it's so fucked. It's so fucked. Yeah, viewer discretion is advised. Okay. I don't think he dies, but damn. Watch, he gets up there and he jumps off like he's got the harness. That's the funny part. It's kind of like he's like, yeah, I got the harness. Jesus.
Yeah, he lived. Okay. Yeah.
That woman doesn't seem worried. She's just like,
no, kind of like, well, you wake up. God dang. He felt like you ever drop bologna? Like you're making a sandwich and it hits the ground. Dude, he sounded just like bologna hitting the ground, like blam.
Do you think he survived?
I think so.
Really?
I mean, first name.
I mean, yeah.
That's 2 stories minimum.
FALLL.
You survived 2 stories on your back?
I mean, I think that's a padded area. It's got like about 1 inch pad there. He's
oh
fine.
yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, here's a guarantee. I guarantee this is a life learning experience. He will never ever climb this rock wall without making sure he's wearing this harness.
But you're right. You're right. The funny part was him jumping for the thing and thinking.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, woo.
I mean,
Damn.
I hope he's good.
This guy runs over. He's like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
what do we got? Does he move?
Well, I hope he's all right. I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, you had to show it again.
I don't mean to laugh.
There's no
man.
way.
Oh
We
my
should
god.
just
Well,
do,
this is what
that.
used to
We should
happen.
Start doing that movie.
This is what used to happen,
Faces
bro.
of Death. I mean,
Look,
You've been
in our
living in the
world,
South too
I
long.
don't mean to be whatever, but let's be honest, man. I mean, we put too much safety in place, right? Too much safety, too many things, you know, to make sure that we don't do this kind of thing. And the thing is that was kind of natural selection in the day. We had less dumb people in the world because, you know, it would sort of work its way out, or they would work their way out. But nowadays, we just keep them around. You know, it was the world too safe. You know, and I feel like, yeah, this is you know, a good thing. And I think that he'll learn from this. And I don't think he died.
he and others. You don't think so?
Nah, he's all right.
There's
He's
no
fine.
way he
He's fine.
survived that. No way.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's not. I
I mean,
think
he ain't walking again, but yeah, and he don't know who he is.
I'm
but
gonna
yeah,
read. Let's see. Hold on.
he don't know
Let's
who
see.
he
Here's
is.
the
but
top
I'm
bounced off. He lost his grip. He says he lost his grip. 15 meters. Okay, 15 meters. That's what, 30 feet, right? No, wait. No, that's 45 feet. Damn. The climber remained conscious after
Definitely
the
broke.
fall. Received first aid from paramedics and firefighters on the site, and was airlifted. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're
let's see.
done.
His injuries included multiple fractures and bruises,
No kidding.
broken legs, pelvis, 1 foot, 1 heel, 1 hand. He underwent over 12 hours of orthopedic surgeries shortly after.
Hey, what's his
The
head?
climber reportedly has no memory of the fall itself. Friends in the gym. Okay, but he's alive.
He's got
Yeah.
no memory of shit.
No memory. He dude, you want to know a guy, dude, he shifted himself. That fall shifted
Yes,
him.
Absolutely,
How you
100%.
shift right there. That dude's in a
He is
whole nother
Another
world.
reality.
Another
And
reality.
he's fine. He's walking
Yeah, he's
around.
good.
He has
He's
a
good.
life.
Yeah,
And,
he's
and
good.
but for us, it's what it was.
Well,
Never see
anyway.
the guy again. Whatever.
Yeah. I got a couple more clips here. I think Susa sent this in about the Arizona Sphinx. This is interesting. About 13 minutes long, but I don't want to get into those hot, longer clips just yet. This one's
Tartaria?
interesting.
Oh, okay. No.
I got this one right here. This was dude, Putin and Xi of China talking about being able to live for 150 years because of organ harvesting.
Dude, did you see that stuff where they're talking about taking blood from people and living longer?
Yeah, well, that's kind of the deal, with all the adrenochrome, right? Or people, I think they use it as a drug, but also it's supposed to, like, dude, they came out and said that if you do these blood facials and stuff, it'll make you look younger. So yeah, they've kind of been doing that. Earlier, people rarely lived to be 70, but in these days, at 70 years old, you're still a child, he says. Oh, good. Still a child.
Did they make the guy all the way on our right look like Trump? Because he don't. But I'm thinking.
With the development of biotechnology, human organs can be continuously transplanted, and people can live younger and younger, and even achieve immortality.
Great.
Oh boy, predictions are there's a chance of also living to 150. Great. So we got to deal with these people for another 100 years.
I'm not kidding. AI is going to make that guy on the right look like Trump.
Oh man. I hope. Well, that's the bad part. Is all the assholes that get the technology. People you want to die. It's like, oh, just go. Nancy Pelosi. Can you imagine her hanging around for another 50 years? Fuck me. I can't do it, man. I'm ready.
She's still alive?
Yeah, apparently. Dude, they just give that. They'll just. I mean, I know she needs a liver with all the drinking, but that sucks.
Get
Yeah.
through that.
Anyway, yeah. All right, so that's just a couple of my little clips. I'm just gonna. All right, does anybody have anything they want to share?
I have a question for you.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm single.
and gay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Man,
not gay.
take a trip to the hot springs, why don't you?
Yeah, really, man. Holy cow,
All you keep talking
dude.
about is your past life as a gay.
Past life. I said
Oh,
other
dude,
realities.
well,
I didn't
first
say
off,
past life. I said it impossible because it's infinite and quantum. It's probable that I was sucking dick in some other reality. But
Speaking
not
of ass, Dan,
what?
I have a mandana.
I'm just leaving this broadcast. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. All right, what else? Let's see. What's up? Mandanamos. All right, what do we got?
It's called Somali wild ass, and they're basically white.
That's definitely gay.
That is the
Look at their
gayest
legs.
ass I've ever seen.
Awesome.
Oh,
The stripes
that.
on their legs and
Those are
how
cute.
pale they are. I thought they were
Mhm.
really pretty.
They are kind of pretty.
I'm gonna try to make it bigger.
That's what Susie's boyfriend said.
Mic drop.
Oh, I haven't laughed this much in so long.
Look at the baby.
Oh, cute.
They're definitely much like a zebra.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very cool.
So it's a donkey,
Yeah,
which means
it's an
what?
ass.
Is it half horse or is that mule?
Hey, be careful.
I think
Donkey
Mule is,
Mule
I forget
is
what
a
book it is.
mix, isn't it? Yeah.
I just like the
Yeah.
stripes on their legs and look at the ears.
Mm. Wow, that's pretty cool.
I
I've
mean-
never seen one. That's for sure.
They live in the jungle or the plains all day.
Wow.
Big ears.
I'd say that totally looks like a new animal to me, but it has all the telltale traits of a
Yes, strange
Mandanamo.
markings.
Strange markings, weird. Yeah,
Look at them.
doesn't look like it really belongs
Look at
here.
the love in her eyes to the baby.
Oh, very cute.
Can I have one?
Did you get a giraffe?
I think so. I think we could. I don't know why
Yeah,
we
this
don't.
guy. This guy.
We should come to Texas for sure. Look how cute they are. I
Look
think
at
it
the
would be great here.
babies. And look at their smug little faces, like they know they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, they're
Are
like,
they
I don't
coming back
belong
in?
in this reality, right? Yeah.
I manifest myself.
Damn. You should move to Texas. Damn. Or Mississippi.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought they were.
I like them. Yeah, very cute. I had one for you. Let's see. Beth found. Oh wait. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it sent me this clip. Check this out. The Mandela related. Here's this. Let me share screen. Okay, here we go. Check this out. This guy, he's a mailman, in the U.S. Post Office. Check what he said.
Been delivering mail to a house that was never there. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna deliver mail on this route for like.
Turned it up.
And it's always the house.
Please.
Always stood out. Like it's
Hold on. I got it as high as it'll go. Damn, sorry.
big wraparound porch. It got like blue peeling paint or something like that. And it's this older woman that's like sit by the window smiling like she's just like waiting for me every day. Like she have nothing else to do. So she always called me like son, and I handed her mail like through like, this little cracked door. So I'm thinking she, a sweet old lady. But today I turned down the same street and the house was gone.
Huh. Oh, whoa, been there.
Yep.
Like nothing but like overgrown lot and rusted mailbox, like leaning sideways. And I even asked the neighbor, I'm like, what happened to the house that was next door? Y'all, she looked at me like I was crazy, and she was like, that house has been empty for like 20 years.
Shit.
What?
Read
So
my
the
book,
crazy
bro.
part is, in my bag today I still had a letter like from that same address, and it was stamped like 2003. And the envelope felt like cold, like somebody just like pulled it out the freezer or something like that. So I'm standing there with the letter in my hand, just staring at this empty lot. And y'all, I swear I could feel her just like watching me from like nowhere. Like I felt like she was still there. I don't know, chat. I don't know if there's some eerie stuff going on out here,
Yeah.
but I don't know. What y'all think, chat? I mean, if y'all want to update, y'all want a part 2, let me know, cause
Been there, bro.
Yep.
I'll raise you a gas station. How about that? Totally
Gas
understand.
station. I
Mhm.
totally walked into a really old gas station. It's in the book.
I had a gas station that morphed itself, and all of a sudden one day was quite a bit different than the one I'd been to over 50 times. So
Well,
yeah,
I read a collection of kind of Mandela related stories from people that would go on road trips, and they'd go to a diner and like step in time, or there would be something really weird.
Those
A
are
town
so
would
cool.
appear and disappear. I don't trust any of the middle of the country. That's where everything happens. We don't have
Yeah.
no reappearing diners up here.
Beth sent me this too. Hold on, let me open. Right. Hold on a second. Let me download it. Okay.
How about
download.
walking up to a Burger King, about to go in, don't go in. The next day, it's being built. I was going to walk into this Burger King, and I didn't. I walked away and went home, and the next day, the place is being built. It wasn't there.
Huh.
It's in my book, Dan. I know you read it.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
He sent
Okay.
that book to everyone except the only person that reads in the group. And I am offended.
I'm sorry. What?
There is a yardstick,
Mm-hmm.
an old yardstick, as you can see. And if you look at the yardstick,
Fizzy, you read my book?
No, he never sent me one.
notice,
Oh, shit.
notice
I'm
the
so
yardstick says
J.C.
C.
Penney.
Penny Co.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
Dude, they printed all these yardsticks wrong. Like, that's crazy. That's like unbelievable right there.
Because that's not the only
It's
one.
a residue. Yeah, there's a couple pictures of it. And anyway, I mean, I guess with AI, I guess anything could be fake. But anyway, it was found, and she found it. She sent it to me. So thank you, Beth.
Nice.
Yep. Very good. All right. Nobo. You're up, Noble.
Yo. Do you know this song? I don't want to play too much of it.
It is.
Uncle Cracker.
Yeah.
I don't actually I only suspect maybe there's a Mandela effect. It's only just because like that's not what I thought it was gonna say. It isn't like I know it any different per se. I could definitely just be wrong. But it's simple enough. I thought I'd throw it by you.
All right.
It's just the final line.
You in at night, and if you want to leave, I can guarantee you won't.
You won't find no
buddy.
Just like me.
Just like me.
Else like me.
Buddy.
Something like me, right?
Me or something like that.
Yeah, that's the part I'm looking for.
Of course.
I thought it was going to be quite like me.
Find nobody else like
No?
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's else.
It's else.
Wow.
That's what you know it is.
I guess.
I don't
I mean, I didn't really listen to the song a lot, but I mean, when we started kind of else seemed right. Now that might be an update being taken, brother, but I don't know. I don't know the song. I've heard it, but
right. Yeah, that's probably like the only part I know is that part of the line.
But it's Uncle
I'm wrong.
Cracker, and he has that drawl, like else like me, and that's like kind of broken English, right? Who says it like that? Quite like me would be correct, I think, grammatically.
I just thought that's the way it went.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what the chat says. In chat, what do you think? Is it else or is it quite?
We doing a poll?
Not really.
I see 3 else's, 1 quite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I certainly never looked into it. This just came up yesterday. I think I just took a screenshot to remind me.
I thought it was just. I'm not even kidding. It's not even part of the poll.
I could get into. I feel like, well, I already talked about this one. It bothers me so much that the elevator company Tyson Krupp has changed so much, like the name, and it's one of the ones that annoy me because I work around it. But I've been thinking lately, like, damn man, I kind of miss the old days when you just like every day was like, what the fuck, I kind of miss those days a little bit. Everything was changing. People were shifty.
Kind of still happens with me now. I still see
no, bro,
I blow them off.
Yeah, you're just shifty anyway. So,
yeah, well, I just take what I got. I'm like, okay, I'm here, so just go with it.
I don't know if it's really shifting or you just, manifesting. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Must be. I've been doing a lot less of everything. I got shit I got to take care of, so whatever.
Sure. Let's see. Suso.
Oh,
yeah.
This is for Fizzy.
All right. Aw.
Paw, good girl, so pretty. So pretty. Ellie, so pretty. Oh. Rabbit kicks.
Oh.
Rabbit kicks. Rabbit kicks.
By the way, I'm a little bit peeved that I'm not been. I just feel like I'm deserving of the cat distribution program, and I haven't. I think I'm deserving of a kitten. And there's not, usually I never had to worry about this my whole life. Within 6 months to a year, I would be given a kitten. Okay, and like
I think you deserve 2 kittens.
Well, I'm just like, when do I get my kitten? I don't care. Usually it'd be some feral thing that I'd have to, whip into shape.
They're pretty easy to tame. You just gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Aww.
Anyway, I just miss the fact that I'm not I'm on the list.
Truth is, if you get a kitten, start training it. I've got Prince doing stuff now. I got him sitting and kind of speaking. I don't think he actually speaks. I think he's supposed to sit. But when I tell him to sit, he sits, and it's just like boom. But I had him fetching when he was a kitten and doing other things. I'm like, you keep it up. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I need a cat first.
Yeah, well, my cats are psychic, so it kind of makes things even scarier. Don't even know. It's my favorite time.
I used to have a little black kitten named Benny.
I used to listen to that stuff falling asleep.
Aww.
It's too early for kittens. We need Doom. Sorry.
I got Doom. I was just about to go
I was gonna say it's way too early for kittens. I mean, it's okay for 1 or 2 kittens.
I think Noble should show his tech before it's time.
I think so too. I like that. That's Tartaria. Let's do it.
What?
You got
The
technical.
radio thing you sent me.
Yeah,
What do you
I
got?
think it kind of came up before, but I was investigating it. Well, All Time did a clip on it. You know that All Time YouTube guy that
Mhm.
does some Mandela stuff, but he didn't cover it very well. But essentially, apparently, between radio and TV, they were broadcasting newspaper, and it would print off for you in your home. Radio
From a
facsimile.
radio. Yeah, from a radio. How would that even work?
Well,
You
I
know-
investigated that too.
I was thinking about. I saw something earlier. I did not know this. Did you guys know that Angela Lansbury's daughter was part of the Manson cult for a while?
Yes, I did. Did you
I
know
had
she
no
was
idea.
a spy?
Wow. Angela Lansbury. Weird. I had no idea. I was like, wow. Well, he was Hollywood, so
Oh shoot, everything's big now.
yeah. I didn't know that. I just wonder if you did.
I'll share an article with you.
Right on. Oh, this is the one. This is amazing, actually.
Did
And
you
you're
see
like,
this before? I think this has come
Yeah.
up, maybe.
no,
And I
I actually
really
didn't know
understand
about
what
it.
was going on.
Well, when you posted the article, I checked it out, and I was like, what the
I
fuck?
had never
Really?
seen this one before.
I had never heard of this. And it's crazy tech.
I guess I could just like maybe do this. Can you hear that?
What? No.
No, it's playing the audio for
Are
you.
you trying to get? Are you trying?
I
to,
did
you
try to
don't-
do the reading, but it only goes to me.
Oh. Here. Oh, let me put some eye juice in. My contacts, Effie. All right, let me see here.
I stopped wearing mine a long time
All right,
ago.
you want me to do some ASMR? Here, send me
Yes.
the link. All right, here we go.
I have a ton of audio in my ears, so I can't really
Oh,
deal with it for a moment.
mhm.
There's an ad. Oh yeah, your newspaper will get printed and folded and passed straight out to you in the morning.
That's
Through
crazy.
the
shit.
radio.
It is crazy.
Yeah. 1 second here. I will. We can't hear it, bro. So did you put it in the
No,
scare?
it's pretty much. It's going to be over in a moment. So the all-time guy did a video, but he was referring, not that it's wrong, but he was referring to when did the fax machine start, right?
All right.
And
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, well, it turns out it started in like 30s, 40s, or 20s, or who knows? Like,
I'll read it off if you want. If you don't just keep it up, I'll go ahead and read it from my screen. Okay.
Sure.
All right. This is an article from Paleo Future. It says right here, one of the greatest media experiments of the 1930s and 40s was the fax paper, almost entirely forgotten today. It was a technology that could deliver newspapers over the radio waves, then print them instantly right in your home. When we think about the evolution of mass media, it usually goes something like this. First came the newspapers, then radio, then TV, then the web. But that's not how technology actually progresses. It usually proceeds in fits and starts, with some ideas born far too early. Excuse me. And then adopted decades later as if they were new. Such is the case with fax papers. People in the 1930s were starting to think of the newspaper as an old-fashioned news delivery device. Despite the Great Depression, the radio was one of the few new technologies to achieve mainstream success. At a time when the American budgets were stretched thin, so newspapers tried to develop new ways to compete. Enter the radio fax paper, a technology that was embraced by at least 24 newspapers in the United States in the 1930s and 40s. Newspapers often went so far as to buy their own radio stations to make this happen. But this exciting new media experiment couldn't find its footing in a world of rapid technological change. The vision for the fax paper was about delivering condensed, image-heavy versions of the news as fast as possible. Sounds similar to the mainstream media's immersion into the world of Twitter, Tumblr, and Snapchat. It should. I spoke with Noah Arkanu, who over the phone about the forgotten history of the fax paper. He's an associate professor of media studies at San Diego State University and author of the definitive paper on the subject. Arkanu sees plenty of parallels to the challenges facing the newspaper industry in the 21st century. It's very similar rhetoric we have about printed newspapers today. People realize they were just too people realize that there's just this slow distribution process. Arkanu tells me you can get information immediately about a fire or say something, say a coming storm or anything that's immediate. Fax papers were supposed to change all that. They would be both a supplement to the daily newspaper and a complement to the increasingly popular radio broadcasts if they're played their cards right. The newspaper, facsimile newspapers wouldn't be truly immediate, but faster than waiting for the next morning to get the printed newspaper. Arkanu said, so I think that was the impetus that we delivered news to people very, very quickly, and we could provide supplemental information that we can't do purely through oral radio. And that's the gist of it. So there you go.
How could they send pictures over a radio, Dan?
Well, that's what I'm kind of tripping about. Like, I don't really,
I'll tell you how it worked. And the part that kind of gets me, put me back up on screen. I'll put it up on a different webpage here.
All right. Oh,
So,
you're still on screen. You're still on screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know. You're reading from there. Yeah, there was more, but nothing that great.
Well, I just want to give people the gist of it. I mean, there's
Right.
more technology I guess I got into. I didn't realize this article was longer. Okay.
So there's a couple of different companies. There was a Finch company and RCA that apparently made something here. So technologically, like, I can understand a bunch of stuff of it, like, and how it could existed. So, like, we have, obviously there was Morse code. The concept of a telegraph, I think it's called a telegraph, or, like on the line for newspapers. So they used to use, whether it be on the telephone or if it's on radio, that's not a big difference. Same shit, right? It's audio tones. So in this case, they actually had it like on a radio station tuned in and with a timer, so you print it off at the right time, I guess, when the tones come in. The idea of having different tones and, let's say, triggering somehow mechanically with motors or whatever, triggering it, let's say, a typewriter to push a button, and then you have the typewriter motion, right? Okay, so how does that print? Well, it's a typewriter. It got a ribbon, ink, and a bunch of pre-stamped little letters all on little keys, right? And little stamps. So that's understandable. And they had that. I knew about that. That was information that used to come to the newspapers. I think that's where the term the telegraph came from. Information comes in on the telegraph. But to me, and like Fizzy said, how do they print images? So what is this? So what they did, apparently, once again, is they would have signals from the radio two different ways. In this case, the RCA one, they had it open a little shutter that would allow the pressurized ink to, I guess, spray. Actually, I don't even know how the hell they made letters. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. So in lines, it was done in lines. And in this case, with the RCA one, it was done 1/100th of an inch. So think about that, Dan.
Wow. Our printers too, right? Line at a time.
Well, it was doing 1/100th of an inch of thickness of a line at a time, and then from that it's just off or on. So on an old school printer, it's by little dots, right?
Right.
With this here, it just goes along and makes a line and goes off and on. On the Finch model, they had carbon paper. You know, when you rub, you push on carbon paper, you get a marking, right?
Sure.
So they had carbon paper. It was heated, and they had what they call a stylus. So it's just basically a finger thing, right? And it would apply pressure when the signal, a tone was high, a tone was low. It would, like release the pressure, right? So it was pushing on carbon paper. I think I don't know if it was that model or this model.
The image. Oh,
yeah, it would go along in a line and then, of course, twist a little and come back and do another line 1/100th of an inch at a time, which is absolutely retarded to me. Like, I don't even understand or believe that. Because,
where are you
it would
seeing?
take forever to print it. It's not printing per se.
I guess
to
the
print
link
that
I
off.
clicked on, Noble, didn't have that image that you have right there. I was looking at it to look at.
Right, this is a different website.
Oh, it's a different website.
This
Okay.
is the rfcafe.com.
Oh, I see.
Which has a lot more of the details of how things work. This is a little bit more kind of technical, like it is, but it's still leaves me with some questions. A good example, let me throw you up another image, because I'm well, first of all, I'm thinking there should be examples of this print around somewhere, and I don't really see it.
Yeah.
But what did it look like, right? Do you see the image here that's being held up by this woman? Shirley Temple.
I don't see it. Where?
Oh, it didn't switch. Oh, sorry. I just pasted that in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
There it is. So that's apparently an example of the print that comes out.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's very high quality for.
No, I'm wondering if that's just for the ad, and it's how they always used to,
I don't know.
fudge a little bit to make it look like it's better. Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to believe that it came out that good, but who knew? Maybe
I find
did.
it hard to believe that they're doing 1/100th of an inch of a line at a time. It must take forever for anything to
And
come
also,
about,
dude, think about that. Okay, let's say you can make it, sure, but can you make it reliable?
Sure,
when this
and
thing
make it
gets
look
printed
good.
on-
How is it not just smudging and making a mess?
Well, I'm thinking it would have to make a mess. You got ink right there in your, in your living room, and back in those days with that technology, would it break down a lot? That's my next question. Was this stuff was it repeatable? Anyway, just some thoughts, but it's a really cool concept. The fact that they even considered it.
It's an analog printer, essentially, and it's analog transmission, analog printer. There's no data, right? So obviously, it's not like a normal printer, and it's not like a normal fax machine.
Totally fascinating.
Everything is analog, and just by I don't get the 1/100th of a line. That's where I think it falls apart for me. Really, 1/100th of an inch?
Yeah,
man, that's small. How can they have equipment that good? Especially if you're spraying ink. What's the good of that? You can spray it that fine.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway,
Well,
I've yet to really find any solid examples of things that were printed off, like eBay selling it or something. Here's an old
I just
print off.
wonder. My thinking is that, okay, so what would they have to use? What would transmit it? Would it transmit over the radio waves, or would it transmit over a phone, like a phone line?
It could do either, but in this case, they had radios. It was literally a radio station.
That's crazy, dude.
But they had a clock set up.
But
so
if you're
that
listening,
it would the thing would just start printing at the right time of day.
bro. Okay, but if you're listening to radio, or if this thing's receiving a signal from radio, aren't you listening to what it's printing off at this moment anyway?
No, not without a speaker.
Well, okay. What the fuck, dude? I'm so confused. That thing is wild.
So see, this clock makes the shortwave radio, and actually they were calling it ultra shortwave. So I don't know what frequency that is, but I never heard that term before. Ultra shortwave, weird. It's obviously a little bit higher frequency.
Okay.
But yeah, the radio would turn on, and then when that turns on, this all goes automatically, apparently.
So how
Here's
many
the strange
pages-
part. So this is rolling up into this box, and then this box just says paper folding and binding mechanism in box.
Okay.
What?
All right.
So it's
here's my
rolling
next
off
one.
of here and going where, and how does that fold up and then just delivered to your hands in the morning?
So let me ask you. So like
guess
like
something
how
possible.
how long would, first off, how many do we know how many words it could print in an hour or in a minute? Do we know how many pages it could do? Do we know what size are the pages? Like, do we have any information on that?
Not much, no.
Okay. I'm just like, I'm thinking, yeah, okay, maybe they could do it, but I don't think they perfected the technology good enough. Number one. Two, I think the thing probably would have been pretty expensive for the day, you know? And three, I don't know how how good it actually worked as a device. I don't know if it needed a lot of, I'm imagining it probably needs some upkeep, you know? I'm thinking it would. I mean,
How
fuck,
would it-
man.
how would it
My
be
printer
any-
needs upkeep. Huh?
Yeah, how would it be any easier than just going and grab a newspaper or listen to a news program on
Well,
the radio?
it's going to give you the latest, because see, the newspapers only print what, like in the afternoon and in the mornings, right? So that what they're
You're not
saying is,
getting it till the next day.
yeah,
but there was also live news shows on like an emergency broadcast system if there was a storm. I don't understand why anyone would buy this thing.
because it would be cool just to have your paper, like new information getting to you.
I
like
miss the
in
40s and
between.
50s. They were coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff.
I remember seeing a remote back in the day, like a real remote control for a
Mhm.
radio, and it was a 1930s radio. And this remote, man, guys, it was crazy. It was like this big handheld wooden unit, and it looked like it had like a phone dial on it, you know. And you would hit the number, and whatever number you did on the phone dial, it would spin around and send the signal, and that would change your station. So you had like 9-10 presets, and you would just turn the dial, and the dial would know, you know, based off where you started
I
the
know, but
spin. So
people
it's
don't
cool.
invent things anymore. Like, remember the guy from the 70s? He just made himself a egg salad sandwich vending machine for no reason. Like, we don't see any kind of creativity.
No, I want egg salad sandwich. God damn. I
Go
want an
make
egg
it. It's
salad.
easy.
Well, I think people invent stuff all the time, but the problem is like, you know, anything good gets, you know, bought
And
up.
everything's so corporate. You can't just
Yeah.
have somebody be like, I have a really good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's
very
some
good,
images
Noble.
there. You see
there
that?
it is. Yeah. That's pretty crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That is super cool. I'd love to see that thing work in action. So
I don't know how we know. I never ever heard of these things.
I never did.
Radio facsimile newspaper. To me, it's like the present or the future affected the past and integrated with it a little bit and made a new little medium. Not even a new medium, but like in between.
Is there a video about this?
Yep.
Like to me, it seems like the concept of a fax machine, but in its old ways, in the old analog way, which actually never existed as far as I knew. But here it is. What they have, an analog fax machine printer. It's not a fax machine. It's an analog freaking printer. What? I never knew there was analog. That's what gets me. That's where it really gets me. Like in technology, like analog printers. Whoever heard of a? You can call it a fax machine. You can call it, you know, the information over radio. That's fine. We had all that. But what the hell is an analog printer? And I use that term because it's clearly not a digital printer. It's like it's just done with, you know, pure offs and not offs and ons, but a continuous.
Here's one
info.
I've come across many Smithsonian, and there's no way I want to say that institutions. Oh god damn, institutions.
Dan, he made it in the coffee cup.
What?
He's in the Dunkin' Donuts cup.
The mouse.
How the heck did he get through?
How are you sitting there with a mouse in your room?
He ate his way through. I'm sure he ate through the cup.
You should get yourself a gun.
This was first able to be transmitted wirelessly. What would you say? Maybe the 70s? Maybe the 60s? What if I told you that it was able to be transmitted as early as the 1930s? Hard to believe, huh? Well, today we're going to show you the machine that did it.
All right, let's get past that. Here's about the machine. Right, here we go.
That it is. So Hal, can you tell me about what this giant box is?
This giant box is something that you would have in your home.
Look how the rounded edges are and how nice this thing is. Dude, it looks like something they just made, bro. What the hell? That literally looks like there's a printer in the inside of this thing with all the modern technology.
In the late 1930s to have a newspaper with your morning coffee.
Wow, it's a little bit bigger than an iPad, huh?
Just a little bit. But it is, in thematic sense anyway, a forerunner of the idea of getting your newspaper over the internet today.
Okay, cool. So how would it work? Because I see obviously the paper is pouring out of it already, but
This is an early type of fax machine, essentially, and it does not work on the telephone lines, which we're used to today with fax machines or the internet. This is working with radio signals. They would transmit the newspaper, typically overnight, and received by this unit, which would then print out. Now, this is a carbon paper roller
yeah, I was
here.
gonna say.
So the stylus goes back and forth over the carbon paper and leaves a carbon paper mark on the paper that you actually read.
So you said this was happening in the late 1930s, but obviously this is going to take a lot of thought and prototyping and work beforehand. So what kind of predates this?
Well, fax technology actually is much older than most people think. It evolves along with the telegraph system, basically.
Oh, that makes
which
sense.
Morse's What Hath God Wrought telegraph message is in 1844. And he's sending electrical signals down a line that leave a pen mark on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And that's actually what the original What Hath God Wrought message is. It's not audible, it's a readable tape. And so people begin immediately thinking, gee, maybe we can send pictures also. And there are experiments along those lines. This becomes especially important in the early 20s.
All right, this made no effect. Just like this. Totally made.
There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, I know. I don't
That's
even.
crazy,
I'm like, this is insane.
You know, actually part of the tech. So in order to get the signal of basically, you know, to create the higher low tone for the off and on, apparently they used a photocell over the image. So think
Really?
about this. You know what a photocell is, right? You got light, it's off or on, and the opposite, you don't have light, right? So I guess apparently they had something set up so, you know, you get the dark and the white of the image, black and white images, and somehow they get a photocell to react to that. However, once again, like on the printer side, they're doing that as fine as 1/100th of an inch focus. How the hell did they do that? That's some fine tech. You know what I mean? Like that's really, there's really small, like, mechanical stuff they could make, but when it came to electronics and like and sensors, like I don't understand how they had that fine of tech going. Like, I really don't. It blows my mind. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, I thought I'd point that out.
Wow, it's just blowing me away, man. This technology. Wow,
it's a good video.
Pictures across the Atlantic,
awesome,
via the cables, the underwater cables.
The cables.
Example, there are images of Charles Lindbergh, who has just landed at Le Bourget Airport after his Atlantic flight.
And this chick is like dumb as a box of rocks. Oh, the cables. Sorry.
Those images cabled back across the Atlantic, and within a few hours, the newspapers are publishing pictures of Lindbergh in Paris.
Gosh, that's so crazy.
Right, but this is all wired-based technique. In the early 20th century, radio is beginning to come in. Marconi has done his work proving that you can send signals wirelessly. And immediately people begin thinking, well, gee, if you can send dots and dashes by wireless radio, we should be able to send pictures too. And within a few years, they're demonstrating this device. By the mid-1920s, RCA, Radio Corporation of America, has got a system, a commercial system in place to transmit pictures back and forth across the Atlantic, around the country, and indeed around the world. 1938, RCA comes up with this device. And they make deals with stations like WOR in New York.
Which you can see right inside.
Exactly. And by the time of the 1939 World's Fair, where they also show off their ideas for electronic television, they're demonstrating this radio fax system right next door. And that becomes one of the problems with this technology, because you've got that television coming along.
Yeah.
And you can get your news instantly with television. With this, you got to sit and wait 15 minutes for a page to print. It's a cool technology. It's cool that it worked. They tried it. And just between the technical factors and the economic factors, it just never really caught on, and it faded away.
Cool. Thank you for sharing this radiotastism today.
Radiotastic.
Okay. So there you go. And stuff. Wow. Kind of blown away. I never knew they did this, but of course it did fade away and it didn't never, take shape, but very, very cool nonetheless. All right, let's see here. There's a couple here. Suso, I will go to you. Suso.
Tartaria.
Yo. Oh, well, what we got here? We got the space rock.
Humanity's greatest scientific minds discovered something so extraordinary that it could rewrite our understanding of intelligence in the universe.
What if it's just an alien poo that they just left behind?
That is just a big giant space poo.
Yep, that's a giant poo.
That moment might be unfolding right now, and most people have no idea. What I'm about to share with you tonight will challenge everything you thought you knew about our cosmic neighborhood. After diving deep into classified research papers, telescope observations from around the globe, and yes, even the most controversial theories that have Harvard astrophysicists questioning whether we're witnessing humanity's first confirmed alien visitor, I can tell you that the object designated 3I Atlas is far more mysterious than anyone initially realized. We'll uncover why this today. The asteroid terrestrial impact. Last Alert System, operating from its mountain observatory in Chile, detected a faint point of light moving against the stellar background in a way that seemed at first glance unremarkable. But sometimes the most profound discoveries begin with the quietest observations. The telescope operators, following standard protocols, recorded the object's position and brightness, assigning it the temporary designation that would later become famous as 3I Atlas. In those first moments, no one suspected they were potentially witnessing the arrival of something that would challenge our most fundamental assumptions about intelligence in the cosmos. Think about that for a moment. In our age of instant global communication and constant digital noise, here was a cosmic messenger that had potentially been traveling through the void for billions of years, carrying secrets from stellar neighborhoods that existed before our own sun had even begun to shine. And its grand entrance into our awareness was marked by nothing more than a few pixels, changing brightness.
It exposed itself as being a group of terrible researchers. How could you say that, Jaron? Well, it's because I went on a trip that was 100% real, and I came back to all the flat earthers saying it was fake with all their evidence, and they're so sure of themselves. They're so sure. Imagine being me for a second, and you know that the trip was real, and you watch flat earthers flounder and make the most nonsense claims and garbage, ad hoc, whatever you want to call them, accusations. And then you saw, I don't know if you guys saw the farewell stream from Will, but this guy, Chicago Cubby Bear, comes on and just looks like a retard. I mean, it is so sad. And they think they're like, he's like talking to Duffy, like, oh yeah, I'm sure you guys did that. Oh, I'm sure you really did go there. And Duffy did. Everything Duffy did was on the up and up. It's so funny. And it looks so bad. The only people who don't think it looks bad are this small group of flat earthers. But I will tell you, it does look like flat earth is dying. The numbers are not coming back great at all anymore. What was I going to find? I lost my train of thought. We were talking Duffy. We were talking. Oh yeah, I know what I was looking for. Sorry. I wanted to pull this up real quick. So let me get to some funniness here. Yes, this part's good. This part's good. Yes, good. More. So what I was saying is that flat Earth has been reduced to having no map. They have no model. They make no claims. They have no explanations. They have no predictions. They don't have any high-profile backers, like some sort of celebrity or something. There's none anymore.
Is that Jaron?
Yep. That's him.
Doesn't seem like him. What happened?
Who is playing this?
Suso, you cut the audio.
Exactly what the sun does every minute of every day. Do you understand how retarded you have to be to say something that's completely opposite of reality? When you say, we don't know what the sun does, when yes, we do know exactly what the sun does. Exactly. But they keep saying it. They have no future. The flat earth will never be anything. It can't be anything. It's a false thing that will never go anywhere. It will never become anything. It's got no truth in it. It's got no answers, and it's got no evidence other than the three things we already went through. It looks flat. That's what a sphere does. We see too far. That's what a sphere with atmosphere does. And water finds its level. That's what a sphere does. Okay. So that's what flat earth has been reduced to. And the only thing keeping it alive are the actions like Dave Weiss's, blocking people and just continuing to do these interviews where he just tells lies. And it's pretty sad to see. So let's get over to, I'm going to put this one here. God, I can't believe I don't get to play any sound. I'm trying to think, could I download a program real quick or something to play sound? I don't really know what I've got. Wait, Audacity I can open. Hold on. Maybe we do have something here. We might have. I can bring sound in here, can't I? File open. All right, we might do this. This is probably better. And where was those and downloads? All right. But once though. Uh-oh, I've messed something up. Let's open them all in separate windows. All right, well, it'll have to work. Let's just do it. All right, let's try, see if these work. We're going to try some sounds here.
Oh, speaking of masks, I gotta take a ski mask kit for that carjacking. Take a bong load.
So what are you doing? What are you doing?
Smoking and scanning.
Can I let me just dude, I swear to God.
Smoking and
dude,
scanning.
I don't get this guy. You know,
Where'd he go? He's not talking.
I don't even understand it. I get up. I
ADHD.
finally I hand over the broadcast to somebody just for a second. He's gonna play a clip. We're watching the space turd. Okay. I literally walk outside. I turn on the TV to check out the broadcast, have a cigarette, watch what we were watching. No, now Jeranism's on. Okay, and in that short span of time, then all of a sudden we switched to cop cam. You're such a twitchy spaz. You drive me crazy. Why don't you just keep
me crazy,
bro? Play the damn clip. Like, let's watch Space Turd. We're gonna watch Space Turd. Fine, we'll be done, and we'll come back and we'll do something else. But Suso just once he gets, he's like that crazy kid who doesn't know what
TV remote.
With the remote, he's just like flipping channels. It drives me nuts.
Or those people that never let you finish.
And you're
your song
muted,
on the
Suso.
radio.
You're fucking muted right now. We can't even hear you. I know you're saying something. Where is he at?
Shit.
Where you at?
Shit. Oh my God, I've been talking the whole time.
Yeah, I know you have. You twitchy spaz. God dang, bro. You kill
Classic.
every single week. I give you here you go. Here's the reins, man. Don't drive us off the cliff.
So
right off the fucking cliff. Every time.
What? I'm trying to entertain.
Entertain? Dude, oh my God, for ADD.
Okay, I'll put Tartaria back up. I don't know.
Bro, you need to get on some Adderall or something. Like, holy shit. No. You had your moment. We're going back to Nobo.
Go.
Yeah, we're going to Noble. Here. All right. There you go, Noble.
You know, earlier I thought of a story to tell that was like Mandela era. But, oh, now I remember. Remind me later. It has to do with my mind being blown. Actually, I'll tell you now.
Okay.
Want to take a moment to hear a little bit of Mandela experience history?
Sure.
My Mandela awakening story segment.
Okay.
It's something I mentioned a long time ago. At least some aspects of it. I'm trying to think of what all's involved. So, like, who knows, maybe 1 week into Mandela Effect, my mind is still literally blown. And I'm sitting there in the living room And of course, it's shock factor is a lot of it, right? And when you're trying to figure out what's up or down, what's going on, and you have to be willing to consider anything, it gets risky on your mind, depending on how far you take that. So eventually it's just like, so where do you start with your thoughts when you're not even sure what anything is? Like literally, like everything. And of course, eventually I just come back to, I'm going to start with that. I'm pretty sure I exist. I'm pretty sure some other people exist, sort of thing. But in that process, or, before that, or in that process, like it's like risky on the mind. You can actually go crazy if you don't have any foundation for your thoughts. And it goes hand in hand with the shock factor. And it feels like it has this feeling like your head's lifted, like your eyeballs are open and your head's lifted, like your mind's like more than just physical. Like you feel like you're lifted, like your head does. Your head feels like it's lifted, like a shock thing. There's a feeling, a lift at the top of your head. And I was sitting there in the living room, and this was only a few days into it. I think it was like day 3 or 4. And I just thought for a moment, even though I knew of evidence, I know the situation, there was basically no denying something was up. But I thought just for a moment, like, maybe I'm wrong, right? Like maybe there's an explanation for all of this. And at that moment, it was like what was above my head came back down into my head. It was really weird. It was almost like maybe energetically or spiritually, it was kind of a little bit not above my body, but out of my head a little, out of my mind. I wonder if that's where that saying comes from. It was literally out of my mind a little bit, but I could feel it come back into like downward into my head. And there's this little twist in the process, which someone had mentioned to me. I don't know, talking to comments that people say they describe that when they have outer body experiences and they come back into their body, there's a bit of a twist sometimes. But that's not that I was having an outer body experience per se, but out of my mind, perhaps a little bit. But there was like a feeling like it like twisted back into my head. And then I had like the hugest pain, like the biggest pain, like physical, legit, real pain in my head. And like to the point that it made me like scream or yell a little. If that was weird. I just remembered that. Yeah, that I got literally had physical freaking like, my head hurts. Oh, you know what made me think of that? I think my head might be smaller.
What?
Yeah, like my
Really?
the top of my head. Well, I know I had a smaller head, but it just like when I wash my hair now, I'm like, it just feels a little small. And then that got me wondering. I'm wondering if the fact I was lifted out of my head a little and then I come back in and then it's smaller. Is that possible?
Well,
and that's why it hurt. And it got smaller because I wasn't there for a bit. No, I don't know. I'm kind of joking and just talking on my ass. But
well, I can only say this. The time I had the true out of body experience, like right before it happened, with that frequency I was feeling and experiencing, hurt. It literally hurt. Like I had to. Yeah, I mean that's why. I was like, dude,
like your ears hurt, or like more than that?
Like it was inside my head. It was weird. I've never in my life experienced anything like that. I guess somebody could say maybe if you had a concussion or something, but I wasn't concussed. So I was just sitting there. I remember I was at my computer and I was like, what the fuck? And I, the ear ringing, right? But this is way worse. This is like deep. And I remember going, oh God, ow, man, I can't even. Like it was so bad, it was dizzy. I was kind of stumbling to my bed, and I just literally just like you reach your bed and you just fall into bed, and that's what happened. And as soon as I fell into bed, out popped me, and it was just yeah, it was so loud. I mean, I couldn't do anything but just try to make it go away by trying to lay down and close my eyes, and that's when I had the out of body, and then. When I came back into my body and I was walking around and trying to figure out what happened, the sound was gone. So it was just weird. It almost seemed like I was I was being honestly, dude, I feel like if I had to be honest with you, man, it almost seemed like I was being sort of targeted, like targeted individuals will tell you like how they feel like they're, they hear shit or whatever. I wasn't hearing voices or anything, but I feel like it was almost like I was being targeted, to be honest with you. No, it felt really personal.
They hear shit.
Well,
Did you
it
check
felt
your
very
phone?
personal. What do you mean?
Did you
Huh?
check your phone? I just text you
Why?
because
What?
they're-
What are you talking about?
what?
What? You want me to check my phone right now?
Yeah.
Use your words, Suso.
Okay, I can play this. Will you
Thank
check
you.
your phone?
All
Oh
right.
my God.
All right. All right.
NASA just discovered something really weird inside of the planet Mars. This is what discovered it.
Look, open
NASA
your
had a
head.
seismometer on Mars recording Mars quakes. When Mars gets hit by meteorites, that sends seismic waves through the planet. And in going through the data from those quakes, they found that the signal was getting delayed. Something inside of Mars was altering them. And this was happening deep within Mars, not just the crust, but the mantle, and in very specific areas. It's lumpy. They figured out that it was chunks up to 4 kilometers across of a different composition than the stuff around it. It didn't come from Mars. Scientists think that 4.5 billion years ago, when Mars was just a baby, it was hit in giant collisions. NASA says the ancient impacts released enough energy to melt continent-size swaths of the early crust and mantle into vast magma oceans, simultaneously injecting the impactor fragments and the Martian debris deep into the planet's interior. The fact that these fragments are still there billions and billions of years later is not only insane, but also probably wouldn't happen on Earth because we're so tectonically active. But we actually also have been hit by a giant object and also have lumps inside of Earth in a different way. But this is super cool research.
Babe, I didn't even need the service. I took it this morning because I thought I needed it, right? All I needed was air in the tires. Literally air. So instead, because he was flirting back with me, he gave me a discount. Instead of
discount on air in tires?
Right. Cause no, listen, okay. So instead of $500, he only charged me $300 for the premium air in all 4 tires. 4 freaking tires, babe.
What?
For $300, only $300. I know, right?
No, I know, right?
What?
You paid $300 for air in your tires?
No, it's not like the gas station, like nasty air. It's the premium air. The air quality, it makes your tires like literally so much better.
Baby, air is air.
Not if it's premium air.
There is no premium air.
You work on cars and you don't know this?
I know there's no premium air.
Oh my God.
The air you sucking into your mouth right now is the same air they're putting into the tires.
It's not 1950. It's 2023. There's premium air now.
Man,
and it literally gives you more grip on your tires.
More grip? Oh
so
my God, you did not just say that
Oh my
shit.
God, Anthony. Yes. So because you know if my tires go bald, I won't have any traction. So because the premium air is in there, they don't go bald as fast.
How does the premium air help?
Premium, whatever.
How does it give you more traction?
Science.
What?
And plus, I used your Capital One card because they said that I was going to get points back on the premium air.
On premium air. On premium air.
Why are you yelling?
Because air is free. You're sucking that shit in right now.
Never need to buy.
Oh man, that's great.
It is great.
That was funny, man.
In a way, I wonder if it's real, but like I think, dude.
I think it is.
Maybe.
I think it is. I think she trolled him good, man. Yeah.
Well, maybe she's full of shit. Yeah.
You think he trolled him? I think she's that stupid and he's being real.
No. She's just fucking with him. I think she's just.
Oh wow.
She's screwing with him. She didn't really pay $300 for premium air. She's just saying that because she knows he's going to lose his shit over it.
Because no one would try to pull that. That's like fucked up.
Nah, man. That's funny.
Buy baking powder again. It consists of 2 ingredients that have an indefinite shelf life.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Never need to buy baking powder again. It consists of 2 ingredients that have an indefinite shelf life, and there's a bonus ingredient that you can use if you want. I'll explain. First, baking powder. Once you open it, it'll start breaking down in 3 months, and you'll get 6-7 months of use after opening it, and maybe even less for all of you that live in humid climates. The reason is you've got baking soda and cream of tartar. Those are 2 ingredients. One is a base, one is an acid. The third optional ingredient is cornstarch, also an indefinite shelf life option I think you should be stocking up on. The reason the cornstarch can be added and why it's added to commercial baking powder is it acts as a buffer. which means it helps absorb moisture and keeps the acid and the base from reacting too quickly. But you at home making this can make as much as you need when you need. It's 1 part baking soda, that's the base, and 2 parts cream of tartar, that's the acid. And then they react when they get wet. They react in a way that allows you to make bread, biscuits, pancakes, quick breads with very few ingredients, most of which would probably outlast all of us. We've been making our own baking powder in our bakery goods at our cafe for years. We know exactly what's in it, no fillers, no concerns. I highly recommend that you stock up on these multi-use, long shelf life ingredients, and you just make your own baking powder at home.
I have a bone to pick with evolution. Why did you decide to give peacocks lasers? Yes, you heard correctly. Peacocks have lasers. Scientists in the US have found that on the eye spots of the feathers of peacocks, they essentially have natural lasers in them. And before we get ahead of ourselves, what actually makes a laser a laser? Well, laser is an acronym. And if you don't know what a laser is, I don't think the acronym really helps with understanding what a laser is. But
Lost me at scientist.
Basically, laser light is light that is one color and one color only, and the light is strengthened by bouncing the light back and forth, aka amplified, and aligned perfectly, aka it's coherent. Take sunlight, for example. It's made up of lots of colors and it's not coherent. But what about light from an LED? That's the same color, but also not coherent. However, laser light is the same color and coherent like this. So what did researchers find with peacocks? Well, they found evidence of optical cavities, an area where light can get bounced back and forth again to become amplified and coherent, turning it into laser light. And some of those structures emit specific green laser light and other spots emit specific yellow or orange laser light. How wild is that? Now, the mechanism behind how peacocks make these lasers work is still a mystery. So too is a reason why evolution decided to give peacocks lasers in the first place. But damn, this is cool. Today I learned that peacocks are physicists with lasers.
Look, I got 3 cops here. They can't find the suspect. They can't find the suspect.
Things you'll only understand if you grew up in the 90s. There were some sounds from the 90s that were oddly satisfying, like the dot matrix printer, manual credit card machines, when you got an incoming call on your cell phone, and when dial-up finally connected to the internet, hearing this sound.
Welcome. You've got mail.
I have a question, and I feel like this is going to get me a lot of hate, but I'm genuinely just curious. I'm not trying to be intolerant. I'm genuinely just asking a question because I don't understand. And asking questions equals growth. Am I right? That being said, if you're easily offended, just keep scrolling. I just want to ask a question. Okay, here we go. If a furry wants to legally identify as an animal, what is stopping me from shooting one? Like, let's say a furry wants to legally identify as a deer. What is stopping, like, a hunter from shooting an animal, which is a deer? Like, either they're a deer or they're not a deer. Am I right? Like, like legally they identify as a deer, and then like you can shoot a deer. I'm not saying I want to shoot a furry. That's not what I'm just curious of the legal thing. I'm not saying I want to shoot a furry. That's not what I'm just curious of the legal thing.
In Canada, we don't say, yeah, can I get a medium coffee and 2 Boston creams? We say, can I get a double-double, a triple-double, a double-triple, a Baker's Dozen Maple Dip Donuts, 14 Timbits, and you got any of them there limited edition Sidney Crosby hockey cards, bud? The f*** you mean you're out of Timbits?
In the 80s, birthday cards had vinyl record players built in. These were made by a company called Recards. I don't know if they're still in business, but I'm interested to check it out. The card itself just looks like this. You play the vinyl record with the card itself. Opening it up, it'll look something like this. When you fully unfold it, you'll notice this little needle. Obviously, there's no electricity. You don't plug this in. You just line up the needle and spin it. Wait, it definitely just talked. Instructions say that you're supposed to hold your finger down on this spot right here and basically spin it as fast as you can.
Okay, that
He
sounds
just
like
said
the
sit back
devil.
and relax, right? But first
Yeah.
off, I can't believe it works. And to be fair, it barely does. Could this play a regular vinyl record? We're gonna find out. Test it. We have an
Here
old
we
jazz
go.
record. Oh my god. Save this video so it's all worth it, but okay, so no, it doesn't, and I broke my record. But what if we played this record on an actual record player? Let's find out. My record player doesn't spin fast enough, so it's likely to be slow, but let's go ahead and drop it. What a ridiculous idea. I have a couple extras. I'm gonna give them away to the funniest 3 comments on this video. Follow for more.
A girl accidentally found a baby animal of an unknown species. Upon closer inspection, it was pink and tender, looking very much like a strawberry gummy candy. Out of curiosity, the girl decided to raise it. First, she used a very thin straw to feed it some milk. Then she used a soft towel to make a small nest for it. Finally, she set an alarm to feed it every 2 hours. A few days later, the girl's efforts paid off. The little creature had grown a bit bigger, and its body had also gained some strength. Gradually, the little creature's fur also began to grow. Its spirits improved day by day, and its appetite also increased noticeably. This made the girl feel incredibly
Is that a
relieved
sugar
and happy.
glider?
And just like that, the little creature grew a little more.
Oh,
It looked a bit
man.
like a squirrel, but something felt not quite right.
Oh,
Its
it's
big,
the
round
sugar
black eyes
glider.
grew more and more adorable.
Oh,
It was very
badass,
clingy
man.
to the girl, holding onto her finger and refusing to let go. Whenever she put it down, it would cry nonstop until
Straight
it would
off of
climb back into her
Pokemon.
hand. Only then would it be content. The girl also really enjoyed this trusting dependence. So whenever she went out,
It's
as
so
long as it
cute,
was
man.
convenient, she would bring it along with her. And it also got used to the routine. As soon as it heard the girl was about to go out, it would immediately climb into her backpack and wait. After arriving at their destination, it would follow closely behind the girl, never leaving her side, becoming her little shadow.
Wow.
By this time, the girl had learned its name was the sugar glider. It's a species of creature with the ability to glide. But it was so timid now, it was time to train its courage. So the girl had it stand on a platform and jump towards her. The little creature bravely took its first leap. Next was training its climbing ability. Although it wasn't very skilled the first time, it still managed to succeed. Gradually, it could glide from a flower pot to the girl. When launching from the top of a slide, it also landed successfully in her hands. The bond between them grew deeper and deeper. Every leap showed the mutual trust they had for each other. A pet like this, would you want to have one?
Oh,
If you're having
man,
a good
it's
day,
awesome.
I
Oh my
suggest
God.
skipping this video. And if you're
I'm
having a
gonna go
bad day,
back
I
to
really
the-
suggest skipping this video. You're still here? Okay. I just recently found out Gilligan's Island was only on for 3 seasons. Yes, I said 3 seasons. I could have sworn I've seen 700 episodes of that show. Oh, there's more good news coming up, so stay tuned. I would watch that show every day after school from 3rd grade to 12th grade. I didn't get out much, and I never saw the same episode twice until later in life. I know back then shows would have like 85 episodes a season, not like today when we get maybe 10 if we're lucky. But the math is not mathing. Are you ready for some more good news? This is Alan Hale Jr. He played the skipper on Gilligan's Island. Do you know how old he was when he first started filming the show? 42. That means I'm already 10 years older than the skipper was on Gilligan's Island. I told you should have scrolled. And for even more great news, this is Jim Backus. He played Thurston Howell III on Gilligan's Island. Want to take a guess how old he was when he first started filming the show? 50 years old. That means I am older than the skipper and Mr. Howell on Gilligan's Island. You should have listened to me. Have a nice day.
Okay, pause
Don't
right
shoot.
there.
Don't shoot.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in real quick and play. Hold on. This one. This is the 50 small details
There
you
we
missed
go.
about Gil. This is great, guys. Let me share this with the
I wanna see
audience.
this. Nice.
Awesome. It is. I mean, you just won't believe the shit show this sitcom was. Okay,
I'm excited.
One that was deemed too calming by test audiences. The original pilot featured a
Dude's black hat is the only Mandela effect that gets me on it.
Gilligan's Island premiered with a completely different theme song that was deemed too calming by test audiences. The original pilot featured a high school teacher named Bunny instead of Mary Ann.
Bunny, it's Gilligan's fault. We're stuck on this stupid island.
And the professor was played by a different actor who quit after one day of filming. But why did Tina Louise refuse to appear in any reunion shows? How did a real Coast Guard rescue almost happen during filming? and which cast member was actually stranded on the island overnight.
What?
These are 50 small details you missed in Gilligan's Island that will blow your mind. Number 50, the wrong island. The establishing shots of the island weren't filmed anywhere near where the show was actually shot. Those gorgeous aerial views came from Kauai in Hawaii, but the actual filming happened on a Hollywood backlot with fake palm trees and painted backdrops. The lagoon was a concrete tank that leaked constantly.
Acting, Skipper. Keep your face more toward camera. That's right. I don't think this is going to help us get rescued at all.
Number 49, the secret set location. That famous lagoon where the minnow sat? It's now a parking lot at CBS Studio Center in Studio City. For years, employees would find buried props and pieces of the boat while doing construction work. One worker discovered Gilligan's hat, perfectly preserved. Number 48, the deadly quicksand. The quicksand scenes used real quicksand that nearly killed Bob Denver twice. The special effects team miscalculated the...
Yep.
I
Wow.
always thought quicksand was something they just made up.
Yeah, I did too. And I never thought quicksand could really kill you, but apparently they mixed it so that it would. So there's that.
Yeah, if you
I mean,
sink down enough, you can't breathe. Yeah.
They found he was supposed to die.
yeah, I guess. Dude, I'm just telling you, this whole thing. It's amazing they even like finished, even finished this after one season. But you'll see.
Mixture, making it too thick. Denver started actually sinking during one take and had to be pulled out by the crew. They switched to oatmeal mixed with water after that incident. Number 47, the stolen boat. The SS Minnow was named after Newton Minot, who called television a vast wasteland. Producer Sherwood Schwartz chose the name.
The fucking minnow, dude. I mean, like, dude, the two ends kill me. Like, that just kills me. It's two
Is that a
ends.
Mandela?
Yeah, for me it is, but whatever. I don't remember. It's so long now. It's
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
I've been watching the black and whites. I'm telling you, it's interesting.
it's just I don't think in my reality the show was this much of a shit show, but it is here.
As revenge. But here's the twist. The original Minnow was stolen from the studio lot.
Dude, you make this shit up. The fucking boat was stolen. The original. God. I mean, what a way to start out, What a way your boat gets stolen.
In 1965, they had to build 3 replacements, and nobody ever found out who took it. Number 46, the hidden pregnancy. Dawn Wells was pregnant during season 2, but couldn't tell anyone because her contract had a morality clause. The costume department hid her belly with strategically placed coconuts and grass skirts. She gave birth 2 weeks after filming, wrapped and immediately.
Can you believe this chick was pregnant?
9 months pregnant.
9 months pregnant, dude.
Oof.
What? Wow.
Immediately put the baby up for adoption. Number 45.
That
The
last
Real
part.
Professor.
Dude, imagine that. Like, you're so worried about your career. You're just like, here, take this baby.
Wow.
You think whose baby?
Well, her
And, it
her
was one. It
company
was some
probably wouldn't-
producer or somebody.
Yeah, they wouldn't let her
knocked
keep
her
it.
up.
They said, "Oh, morality clause, you can't have a baby."
Can't have no baby.
But she had
Russell
it.
Johnson had a real chemistry degree from the University of Pennsylvania. He'd correct the scientific dialogue in scripts and often wrote his own experiments. The producers loved it because it saved them hiring a technical consultant. Johnson kept detailed notes on every invention the professor made, creating a 300-page manual.
It would take a polyester derivative of an organic hydroxide molecule.
Number 44, the banned episode. There's an episode CBS refuses to release where Gilligan discovers marijuana plants growing on the island.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Wow.
The cast called it the Reefer Madness episode. Only 12 people have ever seen the complete footage.
That's hilarious.
Wow, that'd be great.
Wasn't it?
Millionaire's debt.
Oh my God.
Jim
it's
Backus
awesome.
owed the IRS $300,000 when he took the role of Thurston Howell III. He demanded payment in cash for every episode and had to hand the money directly to federal agents who waited on set. The stress caused him to ad-lib many of his funniest lines. Number 42, the 3-hour tour math. A real 3-hour tour from Hawaii would put the castaways somewhere near Christmas Island, over 1,300 miles away. Maritime experts calculated that the minnow would have needed to travel at 433 miles per hour to reach an uncharted island. The writers knew, but didn't care. Number 41, the costume conspiracy. Ginger's glamorous gowns were actually rejected costumes from major motion pictures. The wardrobe department got them for free from movie studios clearing out storage. Tina Louise wore Marilyn Monroe's dress from Some Like It Hot
Wow.
in 4 episodes, but Fox made them blur it in syndication.
Oh my
Number
God.
40.
This is what this kills me, bro. Is like the legalities of all this stuff, and they're like, you have to blur the dress, and you can't. Like, what the fuck? The fact that these people just worry about this stuff. You know, she wore a dress that Marilyn Monroe wore, and she didn't have the. I guess didn't have
But everybody says everybody's like
right to do it. I don't know.
Ginger or Marianne.
Yeah. Everybody knows. Everybody knows it.
Okay, Ginger or Marianne. Who do you pick?
Ginger was a slut.
After you
Everybody knows
know,
that.
but okay, but now Marianne was pregnant.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, it'd still be Marianne.
Coconut cream pies.
It really was.
Those coconut cream pies thrown in slapstick scenes, they were shaving cream because real coconut cream wouldn't show up on camera. Bob Denver was allergic to the shaving cream and broke out in hives after every pie scene. Makeup covered the rashes with thick pancake foundation.
So the guy breaks out with these stupid pie scenes and stuff, and they don't try to use something else. Something else with dye in it, or something like something else. So the poor man doesn't break out. Like he's just, well, you just have to suffer. Sorry, like that's how Hollywood is. Hollywood is this evil, man. God dang.
That made him sweat profusely under the
Even
light.
back then.
Number 39, the island economics. The professor calculated that the castaways consumed approximately 42,000 coconuts during their stay. At 1960s prices, that would have cost $126,000. The prop department actually used the same 12 coconuts for 3 seasons, repainting them when they started to rot. The smell was recorded.
Wow.
48.
Oh my
Real
God.
radio.
Talk about
Radio that
pitch and penny.
doesn't accept rescue information was a
Could they
modified
just make a
military unit
plastic
in World War II. It actually worked and picked up local Los Angeles stations during filming. The crew would listen to baseball games between takes until a studio executive made them disable it. Number 37, the nude scene. CBS filmed a nude scene with all 7 castaways for a dream sequence that was immediately destroyed.
Yeah, you know what sick executive was doing that. Like, give me a okay, we're gonna film a nude scene. We need all you guys to get naked.
I
Like,
don't think
mhm.
it was destroyed. I think it was taken home.
Yeah.
Yep.
No kidding. It's stuck. It's all stuck together. That's the problem.
Wearing flesh-colored bodysuits, but network censors panicked when they saw the dailies. The footage was burned in the studio incinerator while executives watched.
Of course they watched.
Number 36, the Laugh Track lawsuit. The Laugh Track for...
Okay, what you're about to hear here is the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life. Check this.
Gilligan's Island was recorded by audiences watching different shows. When people who'd attended a taping of The Dick Van Dyke Show heard their laughter on Gilligan, they sued CBS for unauthorized use of their voices. The case
How
was
could
settled
they
out of
even
court
tell that was
for $1,000.
them?
Number 35.
How did they know to
The
do
fact
that?
that that's what kills me, dude.
How did
Is
they
that
know
somebody
to
actually
do that?
found out, they heard their voice on this stuff, and they're like, well, I must sue. Like, what the fuck, dude?
They go to the library.
Can you not?
and-
Dude, Hollywood is just a bunch of legality. And it's amazing anything gets done. You know, because people sue over the dumbest shit. It's unreal, man.
And they won.
Episode.
What?
They won.
Yeah. They had to pay that dude $50,000 for his stupid laugh.
Script. There's a complete script for an episode where the castaways are rescued, Only to discover World War III has destroyed civilization, NBC bought the script to prevent it from being filmed. It's locked
Predictive
in the vault.
programming.
Executives still refuse to let anyone.
Here's the Mandela kind of for me, guys. Now, here's what's really weird. I remember wasn't there a I remember them getting rescued.
Well, that was
Right.
a movie. It was a movie.
Was it a movie?
Yes. It
I don't
was a
remember. I watched it
They
on
end-
TV. So
They ended the show, but there was no ending. And then there was a movie of Gilligan's Island being Gilligan's Island Rescue, the rescue of Gilligan's Island, whatever. I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
Read it. Number 34, the stunt double death. Bob Denver's stunt double, Bob Harris, nearly drowned filming a lagoon scene when his foot got tangled in underwater cables. He was underwater for 3 minutes before anyone noticed.
What?
The footage of his actual drowning was accidentally used in the episode before editors realized what they were watching. Number 33.
Wait. Did he survive?
Yeah.
Tina Louise and Dawn Wells haven't
After
spoken
3
since
minutes?
1967. The feud started when Wells got more fan mail, despite Louise having top billing. Louise demanded the producers intercept and destroy Wells's letters. When Wells found out, he threw a coconut at Louise's head during filming. Number 32, the ratings trick. CBS executives hated the show and deliberately scheduled it against NBC's highest-rated programs to kill it. Instead, Gilligan's Island beat everything in its time slot. Furious executives then moved it 3 times in one season, but ratings kept climbing. The network president called it the show that wouldn't die. Number 31, the skipper's heart attack. Alan Hale Jr. had a mild heart attack during the filming of season 2, but didn't tell anyone for 6 months. He was terrified of being replaced and worked through chest pains. The cast found out when he collapsed during the reunion movie. His doctor said he should have been dead.
The reunion.
The Island Blueprints. The professor drew actual blueprints for every invention, and Russell Johnson donated them to the Smithsonian. Engineers have analyzed them and confirmed that 60% of his inventions would actually work.
Isn't that
The
crazy?
coconut radio is theoretically possible, but would require 1,200 coconuts for proper amplification. Number 29, the contract trap. The actors signed contracts that paid them nothing for reruns. The show has earned over $90 million in syndication, but the cast only received their original salaries.
That sucks.
Bob Denver tried to
Right.
sue in 1989,
Wrong.
but discovered the contracts were ironclad. He estimated he lost $18 million over his lifetime. Number 28, The Real Rescue.
I was worried about that crypto.
During filming of the second season, an actual Coast Guard cutter spotted the fake shipwreck and dispatched a rescue team. The crew had to frantically wave them off while in full costume. The Coast Guard filed an official report about 7 civilians who refused rescue but still in government archives. Number 27, The Buried Treasure. The prop department buried actual money on the set for a treasure hunt episode, but forgot where. $30,000 in prop bills that looked real is still somewhere under the CBS parking lot. Metal detector enthusiasts occasionally sneak onto the lot trying to find it. Number 26, The Monkey Business. The monkey in several episodes was a recovering alcoholic. Its previous owner had given it beer to perform tricks. The animal handlers had to slowly wean it off alcohol during filming. It would shake violently between sugar water. Mixed
It's a
with
baby.
Oh no.
And they turned it into an alcoholic.
Number 25, The Death Threat. Alan Hale Jr. received death threats from a viewer who believed the island was real and the network was preventing rescue. The FBI investigated and found a man in Ohio who'd built a boat to save the castaways. He risked his life saving some navigation equipment and was arrested trying to break into CBS studios. And before our final revelation, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more
Yeah,
videos
hit that subscribe.
and leave a comment if you knew any of these facts. Number 24, The Gilligan Syndrome. Psychologists identified a real condition called Gilligan Syndrome, where patients believe they're stranded on islands. Between 1965 and 1970, over 300 people were institutionalized with this delusion. Most
What?
recovered after being shown behind-the-scenes footage proving the show was fictional. Number 23, the hidden camera. Dawn Wells discovered a hidden camera in her dressing room during season 3. Security investigated and found the assistant director had installed it. He was immediately fired but never charged because the studio wanted to avoid scandal. Wells kept the camera as evidence for 40 years. Number 22, the toxic lagoon. The lagoon water was treated with so many chemicals to keep it clear that fish died instantly when introduced for tropical scenes. The actors developed mysterious rashes that doctors couldn't explain. Years later, the EPA classified the lagoon area as a minor hazardous waste site requiring cleanup. Number 21, the script thief. Scripts for Gilligan's Island kept disappearing from the studio. Producers hired a private investigator who discovered a janitor was selling them to a competing network. The janitor had photographed over 50 scripts and sold them for $20 each. He served 6 months in prison. Number 20, the accent coach. Jim Backus hired a British accent coach to perfect Thurston Howell's aristocratic voice. The coach turned out to be a con artist from Brooklyn who'd never been to England. By the time anyone noticed, Backus had developed his own unique accent that became the character's trademark.
Awesome.
Number 19, the insurance nightmare. The studio's insurance company refused to cover the show after reading the scripts. They calculated that the cast would suffer 3,000 injuries based on the slapstick comedy. Producers had to sign personal liability waivers. Bob Denver alone filed 47 injury claims during the series run. Number 18, the communist plot. The FBI investigated the show in 1965 after receiving reports it contained communist propaganda. Agents analyzed episodes for hidden messages about wealth redistribution and collective living. The investigation file, released in 1992, concluded the show was too stupid to be subversive. Number 17, the replacement Ginger. When Tina Louise refused to do the reunion movies, producers secretly filmed scenes with her stand-in and tried to digitally insert Louise's face. The technology wasn't advanced enough, creating nightmare fuel footage of a blurry-faced Ginger. The scenes were destroyed after test audiences screamed. Number 16, the time capsule. The cast buried a time capsule on the last day of filming containing personal items and predictions about the future. It was supposed to be opened in 2000, but CBS lost the map showing its location. Ground-penetrating radar found 7 possible sites, all under concrete. Number 15, the director revolt. 5 directors quit the show in its first season. They complained about the impossible shooting schedule and the producers' demand for cartoon physics. One director walked off set mid-scene and never returned. His name was removed from the credits, and he refused to discuss the show until his death. Number 14, the Minnow Manifest. The Coast Guard noticed the SS Minnow never filed proper passenger manifests. They sent CBS actual violation notices for improper maritime documentation. The legal department had to explain repeatedly that it was a fictional boat. The Coast Guard kept sending fines for 3 years. Number 13, the blackmail photos. A photographer took compromising photos of the cast at a wrap party and tried to sell them to tabloids. The photos showed married cast members in situations that could have ended careers. Sherwood Schwartz personally paid $30,000 to buy and destroy the negatives. Number 12, the voodoo curse. Guest star Zia Gabor claimed she cursed the show after producers cut her scenes. She hired a practitioner to perform a ceremony on set. Within a week, 3 cameras broke, the lagoon pump failed, and Bob Denver was hospitalized with food poisoning. The curse was never officially lifted. Number 11, The Network Spy. CBS planted a spy among the crew to report back on production problems. The mole was discovered when they accidentally sent their report to the wrong fax number. The crew pretended not to know and fed the spy increasingly ridiculous false information that made it into executive memos. Number 10, The Fake Fan Mail. The studio hired a service to write fake fan mail to boost morale. The actors figured it out when they noticed the same handwriting on hundreds of letters. Dawn Wells confronted producers with a stack of identical letters, all supposedly from different children in different states. Number 9, The Prop Poison. The fake tropical fruits were painted with lead-based paint. The actors were told never to put them near their mouths, but Bob Denver accidentally bit into one during a scene. He was rushed to the hospital for lead poisoning treatment. The props were repainted, but only after dozens of episodes had been filmed. Number 8, The $1 Million Mistake. The opening credits contained a geography error that placed the island in the middle of the Pacific shipping lanes. Maritime lawyers contacted CBS explaining that thousands of ships would have spotted the castaways. Fixing the error in syndication cost over $1 million in re-editing fees. Number 7,
Yeah, we all
Ghost
get
Ship.
that money.
Crew members reported seeing a phantom ship.
Isn't it weird? Like they felt that the need. Like I don't think anybody really cared, but I guess people did.
No. I mean, damn,
Like
back then,
this was a fake. It was a fake. You know, like the whole thing was fake. So why would people even care where the island was or anything like that? So why would you need to re-edit all that? Like it just seems kind of
What year
ridiculous.
was this?
Or late 60s.
So when people saw Star Trek, did they think they were really in space?
I don't know. Maybe
Why were
there's
they
a
so
there's
I
probably
thought I
some
was when I
did
watched
so.
it.
there's probably some weird Star Trek stuff. I'm sure.
In the lagoon during night shoots. Security footage showed a translucent vessel that appeared on full moons. A paranormal investigator traced it to a studio employee who died building the lagoon in 1964. His brother confirmed he'd loved boats. Number 6, The Censored Kiss. Mary Ann and the professor were supposed to kiss in episode 67,
I have never shown the slightest romantic interest in Marianne.
but network censors worried it would corrupt children. The actors had to stand 3 feet apart and blow kisses.
They're worried about corrupting the kids.
After the
Have you
episode
seen what's
and
on
the
TV
naked
now?
episode, Dan?
What's that?
They filmed the naked episode and a weed episode, and they're worried a kiss is
I
gonna.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
Not to mention the bunch of pervs with cameras in people's dressing rooms. Like, wow, it's this whole thing was a shit show. I'm telling you.
The original footage of the actual kiss exists in the CBS vault, but has never been released. Number 5, The Real Castaways. In 1966, 7 people inspired by the show actually shipwrecked themselves on an island near Fiji. They lasted 4 days before signaling for rescue. When saved, they demanded CBS pay for their method research. The network's lawyers were not amused by their lawsuit. Number 4, The Death Certificate. When the show was canceled, a fan in Wisconsin filed a death certificate for all 7 castaways with the state registry. The document listed their cause of death as network negligence. It took CBS lawyers 6 months to get the certificates legally voided from official records. Number 3, The Reunion Disaster. During filming of the first Reunion movie, the rebuilt lagoon set catastrophically flooded.
You gotta watch
Millions
it.
of gallons of water destroyed sound stages and caused $10 million in damage. Investigation revealed a disgruntled former employee had sabotaged the pumps as revenge for being fired during the original series.
Wow.
Number 2, The Final Secret. Sherwood Schwartz wrote a final episode where the castaways discover they're in purgatory and the island is their afterlife. CBS executives were horrified and locked the script in a vault.
That was too
Schwartz
early.
wanted to
Too
buy it back in
early.
30 years, but the network refused. His son is still fighting for its release.
Would have been
Number
great.
1, The Rescue That
Yeah.
Never Aired. In 1967, CBS actually filmed an episode where the castaways are rescued.
Hey, everybody, I got some good news. You spotted a rescue boat. No, that'd be great news. All I got is good news.
The entire cast shot scenes of returning to civilization, dealing with fame, and struggling to adjust. Thurston Howell discovers he's broke, Ginger's career is over, and the professor's inventions are stolen by the government. The skipper has a
That's
complete
horrible.
realizing he'll be blamed for the shipwreck. Mary Ann can't handle modern life and attempts suicide. Gilligan, surprisingly, becomes a motivational speaker about survival. The episode was so dark and depressing that test audiences walked out. CBS destroyed most copies, but a work print survived in Sherwood Schwartz's garage. His estate values it at $5 million. But CBS claims they still own it and will sue anyone who tries to screen it. The tapes.
All right, Dan, I know what our next.
There you go.
Why would they make the
That's
end,
our next show.
why would they make the end so depressing?
I know, right? Like purgatory and the whole. I don't know. The
Jesus.
purgatory thing reminds me of the movie Lost, or the
Mhm.
show Lost. That was the thing at the end. They
That's
were in
probably what
purgatory.
that was from, yeah.
I'm telling you, it has to be, man. I mean, you know, but anyway, I thought it was interesting, man. How many, like what, how many bad things happen on the shooting, you know, the shooting of this sitcom. So, anyway, thought it was interesting, and then of course, I had this one here. Let's see, there was this one. I don't know what this is. There's some
Tartaria.
mud flood, Tartaria, maybe. I don't know. Let's watch. Here it goes.
Rock formations found all around the world, and we're also going to take a look at some of the most unique mountain ranges. I've been receiving a lot of comments that are referencing me to check out the petrified nature of the old world and look at some of these petrified locations around the world. So that is what we're going to do in this video today. And I'm going to begin in the petrified forest in Arizona. They say this forest is named after the many petrified ancient trees that reside on this land. And these trees basically will not decompose. And instead, they form these really amazing crystalline structures. And they have these patterns and these colors that are so unique. And they say that this land is named strictly for these petrified remains of the trees. But there are also many rock formations on this area that simply do not make a lot of sense and are also very unique and seem to have characteristics that we could lend to old world construction. But they say these are actually naturally occurring. And mainly what I want to talk about, at least in this petrified forest in Arizona, is that this petrified forest is said to have had its own sphinx. So according to the narrative, they discovered this sphinx when they were surveying this land for the first time. And from the research that I did, I could find that there was only 3 known photographs of this sphinx that were ever taken, and none of them are very clear. So if you could find any more, please drop them in the comments down below, because I would be very interested to look at those. Now,
So did they destroy it? Is it still up? I wonder.
I'm guessing they ripped it down, yeah.
I never
Yeah.
heard of such a thing.
Neither have I.
you can definitely see that there was a massive sort of rock formation on this mountain or on this mound. And it's really interesting because they say that this formation was not man-made, but you can see some sort of definition to it that indicates that maybe it had a different history than what we were given. However, we'll never really
Looks like a
know,
big lizard
because
head.
before this park was opened up to the public and before they let this petrified forest be a national monument, they tore down the Sphinx, or it naturally fell. They don't have it written what really happened to it. But
Boom.
when the park was opened, this Sphinx and the definition of this mound were no longer there. And I think it's interesting to note that in the narrative, they say this was naturally occurring, and a lot of these structures in this area were naturally occurring, and they were petrified and they were ancient, whether they were
those are-
rock
those are
or
trees.
they were just, you know, trees and things that were really petrified. They say that these were from a long time ago. So these stood the way they were in this petrified state for many years, according to the narrative. And yet within the few years that man came in contact with them and brought photography around, many of these structures disappeared, or they no longer stood in the way that they did when they were initially petrified or they were initially formed. So I find that to be very interesting, that they say that we didn't go in and mess around with this land, we preserved it. But at the same time, many of these structures have changed, and they say that was naturally occurring. So just interesting that for millennia before us, they stood petrified and didn't move. And then after we came in contact with them, they naturally changed. And I think that's the other interesting thing about the desert, is that we have all these mysterious and dirty deeds sort of associated with the desert. You have Sin City in Las Vegas is a desert, and Death Valley. And in movies and cinema and books, literature, you always have the desert area depicted as esoteric and mysterious. And it's always written that there are hidden treasures in the desert. And I think that's a concept that's worth uncovering and unpacking, because a lot of the old world cities and structures that we find, many of them are buried in different sort of sand and mud and other things that could be considered deserted and barren. Now we're getting to my favorite part of the video, and this is a new concept that I've heard people discussing down in the comments, so I thought I would give it a shot myself. And this is the idea of taking these old world constructions, these different monuments and these different rock formations and different landscape shots, mountain ranges, things like that, and basically looking at them at a different angle, taking these photographs and turning them on their side, or putting them vertical, or flipping them upside down, and seeing if anything about the image is striking or stands out to you. And I already did this with a lot of these images, and there's a lot of things that stood out to me. Now, it seems like a novel concept, but look right here at this landscape shot turned on its side, and look at the image that really pops out in this mountain range. That's what we're going to be looking for today. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I see. It's more like a cloud. Basically, look at it and you can figure out what you see yourself. And I'd love to hear about that down in the comments below. But let's get right into it. We're just going to take some of these unique mountain ranges and things that really stood out to me, and hopefully they stand out to you as well.
What's with the candy music?
I'm just looking at the pictures. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, but you're right with the music. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Yeah, I want candy. I want candy. Come on, I want candy.
I got some taffy.
I would take taffy. My teeth scream when I see taffy. Yeah.
Oh.
I only got to look at it, and I'm like,
I was pretty tempted, though. I went to the store and they had all their Halloween stuff out, and I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Don't do it.
With the little pumpkins, the Reese's pumpkins.
Don't. It's fun, but don't.
I wish they would tell us where these pictures were.
Right.
Wait.
Are they in America? Jamaica? Indonesia? Cambodia? Wow, that's, yeah. Oh wow.
I sent you a picture,
A
Noble.
lot of big old giants.
Where is Noble?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, check this out. Share me, Dan.
Yes.
Show me.
I'm showing it.
What is it?
It's a Canadian news. For Noble.
Okay. I see a dog and a cat.
That's not me, that's Suso.
Oh, that's Suso. Oh, whoops. Sorry, Suso.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Sorry.
You see, I mean,
All right, what do we got here?
New sex for rent agreements popular in Canada. These girls are moving to your house and just
Oh, there you go.
there you go, Noble.
Really? There you go. They come on in, and it seems like a great opportunity. There you go.
What do you
You
think?
just have to
They don't pay
house them?
rent, right?
No, they pay in other ways.
Yeah, they just have to. You just have to let them live there.
Sounds like a win-win there, Noble. Girls in Canada need a place to stay. You know,
it's cold.
it's cold. They
I
need
like
to
cold.
love. Yeah, they need to snuggle.
Yeah, they need a house before winter.
They do. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Getting cold up there, bro.
Burr.
I'm heading out, guys. Get me out of here. Or I want to
Mhm.
show Fizz a couple other things. Oh.
What?
Treat.
Good
boy.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Suso.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Okay, man.
Good night.
I'm out. Oh my
All
god.
right.
You did not. You did not.
What? It was a commercial.
But it was the last thing I wanted Fizzy to see. Oh my god, no.
Great. Kittens.
All right, I'm out.
Ah, humbug.
I'm out.
All right, that's kind of
Lost
cute.
this shit.
All right.
Good night, Suso.
Good night, man.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for having me on. And yeah. I'll tell
Okay.
you all about it later.
All right, man. We'll see you later, bro.
Enjoy the hot springs.
Yeah.
Oh,
You fag.
I just I just got rid of everything on my screen except here. Yeah, and you called me fag? Dude,
Well,
that's English.
what?
Yeah, I want to
All right, man. All right, man.
A fag is a cigarette, right?
Right.
Cigarette. Oh God, dude! If I don't call, you better call. You better answer.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
I will.
Let's see, man. All right, there goes Susan. Thanks, man. All right, Novo, we're going back to you there, buddy. Okay.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay.
Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Hey, listen. Can you hear me? Can you talk? Can you talk?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm going to bring you our helicopter so you can have 2 helicopters. Don't shoot me, though.
No,
Tell the rest of your team.
I kind of want to take you prisoner, bro. I don't know about the helicopter. We have 1 helicopter. It's fine. You don't need one. No, you're my prisoner. You got to come with me. We have to have some leverage in case they try to kill us. You know what? Bring us a helicopter. If you
Okay, I'll bring you a helicopter. Shoot me and I'll bring it. You know what? Just stay here. I'll be back. Are you my friend? Yeah, these are my friends. All right, boys. Here's your gift. Here's your gift.
What you doing?
It's him.
Go for it.
You got your
Take the helicopter. Take the helicopter and leave.
All right,
Take the
all right,
helicopter and
okay.
leave.
Is this a business transaction?
It
sir?
is a
I'll shake
business
the hand.
transaction. Take the helicopter and
the
leave.
hand.
Leave me
Thank you.
alone.
Thank you,
Shake
sir.
my hand.
Hey,
Shake my hand.
They're not falling for it, man.
Bye-bye.
They're totally not
Yo, let
falling
me
for
get
it.
in.
All right, thank you, sir. Oh,
All right,
thank
see you later,
sir.
boys. Godspeed.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
We lost C. I'm heading to E.
Oh my God.
966. Hey.
966 guy.
Show me 1042. And after 9 years of service, if you'll show my canine partner Indy out of service 1042 for the last time.
966, we received. All units stand by for a broadcast from the Trophy Club Police Department. Benton County, all units. After 9 years of dedicated service, K9 Indy, badge number K91, is retiring and signing off for his final shift. K9 Indy has made a significant impact in our communities by seizing over 2 kilos of powdered fentanyl, more than 4,000 pounds of marijuana, in addition to more than 35 pounds of methamphetamine and more. He's been instrumental in seizing over $300,000 in drug money and has participated in over 11 SWAT deployments.
Come here, buddy.
He has assisted in 44 criminal apprehensions, including a notable recent apprehension of a criminal gang member. Indy has educated many in conducting over 50 canine demos for public and schools and demonstrating his skills and dedication. Throughout his tenure, Indy has assisted over 38 local and federal law enforcement agencies, serving as an ambassador to the community and a trusted partner and friend to his handler, Sergeant Barry Sullivan. Indy has always answered the call, no matter the hour, to assist officers in our county and beyond. Thank you, K9 Indy, for your service and love for the job you have done to protect and serve. From all of us to you, Indy, we wish you a happy retirement. K9 Indy, you are 1042 for the final time. Benton County clear at 1806.
Good job. What do you say? What do you say? We appreciate it, County.
Oh man, that's cool.
Y'all listen to this guy.
I thought you might like that
Crazy
one.
what he says.
Yeah.
Poor people of America. Not because they are weak, but because they were the first to see the machine from the inside. And I'm about to defend the working class of America like no one ever did. And by the time I finish, you'll see them with different eyes. For over a century, the American people have been fighting back. They have. Through civil disobedience, whistleblowers, grassroots movements, union strikes, and the relentless invocation of their constitution. The real battle wasn't red versus blue. It was corporation versus constitution. And every time the people gained ground, the system adapted. You have to understand something very important. When a system becomes parasitic, it doesn't destroy its enemies first. It destroys the host. And America has been the host. America was also the test lab. They were first to be flooded with addictive pharmaceuticals. First to be buried in weaponized debt. First to be psychologically fractured by engineered identity wars. First to be entertained into sedation. And first to be punished. Because if Americans woke up fully, it would be game over for the machine. That's why the system doesn't fear a foreign enemy. It fears the awakening of its own people. The American people are a hero, but no one told them they were living in the dragon's mouth. And what you're witnessing, in the collapse of trust, the social chaos, the inability to distinguish truth from manipulation, isn't because the people have failed. It's because the people have been systematically broken and then blamed for it. They are not the tyrants. They are the first line of resistance that's being crushed preemptively, so the rest of the world won't get any ideas. So what now? Do we abandon them? Do we mock them? Or do we finally recognize that behind the opioid crisis, the obesity, the division and the rage is a population in mourning? Mourning the death of its sovereignty, its family structures and its purpose. The question isn't whether Americans deserve to be free. The question is whether they'll remember that they were born to be.
Did you see how the moon is rusting?
What? I've heard about it.
Yep. So there's this kid that took like the most high quality picture of the moon ever taken. And it was like over like 2,000 images that he combined. And you can clearly see that the moon is rusting. And then I saw this on NASA on their website, and the article said, while the moon is airless, research indicates the presence of hematite, a form of rust that normally requires oxygen and water. This has scientists puzzled. Do you know what the word hematite? Hematite is a name that is derived from the Greek word meaning blood. It says, the sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes. And it shall come to pass that everyone who calls in the name of the Lord shall be saved. The term hematite, it's a type of rusting that only occurs with this certain mineral, water and oxygen. But the moon is literally doing that right now. And
Turning into blood. Wow.
Then we'll turn our attention.
That is
over
crazy.
To this 9/11 case, man. We got another anniversary.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if it's something that'll speed up.
Probably.
Yo, something to watch.
Then we'll turn our attention over to this 9/11 case, man. We got another anniversary of 9/11 coming up, and we still have questions about it now that we know how rotten our government is. You know, they lie to us about Biden's mental faculties, Afghanistan, the sanctity of our border, about inflation, about the CDC, about January 6th. So why would they not just lie to us about 9/11 too, right to our faces without any even feeling bad about it? But now this decision came down from the Southern District of New York. It's 9/11 families versus the Saudis, basically. And the Saudis filed a motion to dismiss on this thing. They say there's no evidence at all that we had any involvement in 9/11 whatsoever. And of course, the dismissal of this means that that's not entirely accurate, right? Maybe there is actually a claim to be made. And so the case can move forward, and the Saudis are not off the hook on this. And this is an interesting one because we were also yesterday talking about Ron Coleman's lawsuit against the UK, and we'll be able to do a little compare and contrast on this because they actually created some special laws for 9/11 that we'll see what how that impacts the analysis.
Man, look at this driver, y'all. Look at this dumb motherfucker right here, man.
What's he doing in the smart car?
Motherfucker, bro. What the
What's he
fuck
doing?
with this nigga? Bitch, you hit me, I swear to God, boy. Look at this stupid motherfucker, y'all. Look at this stupid motherfucker. Go on crash then.
What is
Crash
he?
out.
You about to crash out in a smart car?
Hey, man, to all you dumbass drivers, say, man, eat a big bowl. But this dumb driving ass, look at this boy. Look at this boy. Boom. Hit that motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
The little 3060.
Oh, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with.
How you do that?
So dumb ass. Let me check on this boy. Let me check on this.
Let me check on this boy. How you do all that? That's crazy.
Hey, yo. What the
I hope he good.
Bro? You swerving everywhere. This motherfucker, get out. You all right?
Is he
man, you just
knocked out or asleep?
Come on, man. Get your ass out of there. Can you get out?
Nah, it's crazy.
I gotta go. Damn, you see that shit, bro? Tripping. My viewers done went up. This
He said his heartbeat don't went up.
damn went up the side.
Nah, he wasn't doing too much in that smart car.
God damn. Is you sleepy?
He's too sleepy.
Is you on drugs or something, bro? Is you good, bro? You been swerving.
He's still sitting there.
5 miles. I gotta go.
Oh, he probably
This
don't have
mom
our
goes out in
uniform
front of
on.
the school board.
What's that, Fizz?
He said he probably don't. He looks like he don't even understand what's going on. He could be in shock from the crash, or he could be on drugs.
I think he fell asleep at the wheel or something, or he's probably like it looks like he was nodding off or something. Like he might have been on like fentanyl or something. Oh no,
I thought he was either super drunk or sometimes when people have a diabetic episode, they can get really fucked up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we had a guy working at the gas station once. He just started walking up the highway in his uniform.
Oh, shit.
Like, come back to work.
Dude.
Oh no, what was it? He took the money from a lady. He tried to shove it in her fucking gas tank, like the bill. Trying to stick it in the gas tank, and then he just opened the passenger door, or no, the back door, and sat there. It was her and her kid.
Wow.
He
sat there in the back?
and shit. Yeah, and then he got out and started walking up the highway.
Oh shit, he wasn't high.
No, he was having an episode.
Wow.
Yeah, like low or high blood sugar or something to the point that it screws your brain up. It's kind of weird.
Wow.
Mom goes out in front of the school board and
All
just
about that.
says it.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Weichbrot. I'm a mom of 2 in Fairfax County. This is my oldest. And my husband and I have a difficult decision to make this fall as he is approaching preschool age, and we are faced with the decision of whether or not we are going to put our child in public school system where Fairfax County has decided to move forward with instituting gender studies in elementary school.
That's weird.
Despite having done a study group, a focus group in the community to see if parents even wanted this. And when parents said no, the board voted 16-0 and said we're moving forward anyways.
That's wild.
This shows clearly that they see parents not as partners,
Right.
but as an obstacle for their
True.
agenda.
True.
And I have a really hard time looking at him and going, here, I'm just going to give you over to people who do not want to partner with me in how you're going to be raised.
It sucks, but you got to put them in
School
public
and
school anyways.
education is a huge part of a child's life.
But still
And
protest this
early
stuff.
childhood is supposed to be filled with
Fuck that. Don't put 'em
exploration
in school.
and creativity and fun, not debating issues that are for adults to handle.
True.
These
Very
kinds
true.
of topics should be introduced sensitively and by parents who are raising their children with their values, not with an ideology passed down from the top.
I do got to say, though, pulling the kid completely out of public school is going to things up in a completely different way. You got to let them go hang out with
This
the other
guy's a
humans and
dumbass.
figure things out.
Dude,
I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. No, I didn't. Because my daughter woke up in the middle of the night, looked me dead in the eyeball, and said, Mommy, I'm afraid of what's under the bed. And in my head, I was thinking, that's really fucking creepy. I, too, am now afraid of what's under the bed. That's not what I said, though. No, what I said was, honey, there's nothing under the bed. Just go back to sleep. Did I believe that? No. Actually, I'm pretty sure there was something under the bed. But I lied to her for her comfort. And then she asked me to check under the bed. And in my head, I was like, ain't no fucking way am I getting out of bed right now to check under it. Instead, I reassured her that there was nothing under the bed, and I told her to go back to sleep. And she tried for a minute. Her eyes fluttered. They like a little bit. And then they popped right open again, and she was looking at the TV that was turned off in our dark room. And she goes, Mommy, who's that on the TV? And in my head, I'm thinking, dog, I don't fucking know. You tell me. You're the one seeing dead people. Who the fuck is that on the TV? Because I don't see it, but I'm terrified. I don't say that. No, instead I say, honey, the TV's turned off. There's no one on the TV. Just go back to sleep. And she falls back asleep eventually. You know who doesn't? Me. Because I'm afraid of what's under the bed now. And I'm wondering who the fuck that was on my TV that was turned off. Who was it? And now I'm thinking I need to fucking spray my daughter with holy water. Except I don't have holy water. What I do have is Dawn dish soap power scrub. I could spray her with that, hit her with a microfiber towel, and hope that fucking works. I'm terrified right now, and I'm a little bit tired, but mostly terrified.
Please give me 1 minute of your time. It's not for me, and it's important. There is a hero.
Kids see some shit, right?
This is Victor, and Victor was involved in the Minneapolis school shooting yesterday.
Yeah, they sure do.
He is actually a real life hero.
My friend Victor saved me though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit.
Your friend laid on top of you?
Yeah, and he got hit.
Victor selflessly threw his body over his friend to use his body as a human shield to try to make sure that his friend survived. I've been searching to find Victor and hear his story and find out if he is okay since I saw that clip yesterday, and I just found him. Thank God he is alive and he's stable, and they think that he's going to make it, but he has a long road to recovery ahead of him, and his family does not have the money to be able to handle these types of medical bills. They have started a GoFundMe, and I myself personally have donated, and I don't say that for any type of accolades. I would just never ask anybody else to do anything that I wasn't willing to do myself. Trust me, I know that times are tough right now, and ain't nobody just got extra money laying around. But if you can't donate, please like and share this video so that it gets out to other people, so that somebody who might be able to pitch a little something in might be able to see it. This little boy and his family are already going through enough right now without having to worry about how they're going to pay his medical bills. So if we could all come together as a community and try to do something good here for them, I think that would be a beautiful thing. Thank you, and I love you.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! There's a mouse! Oh my gosh, Chuck your shit! Chuck your shit! I don't do rodent. I just don't do rodent. It's right here. It's yes. I never thought it run by.
All right, there you go, Fizz.
I'm a lover.
Mama cat.
It's a great counter replay, though. But you got to be both. What do you mean? If you don't fight for your love, what kind of love do you have? It's like the greatest line ever. He said it on a talk show. He's like off the cuff.
Is that gonna fit in the trash can though?
Well, let's find out.
What if it scurries out?
I can you guys caught this thing. Can I get the door, please?
It's gonna jump out.
Okay. Record this. This is crazy. Yeah, right? It was a pretty big mouse too.
Watch, it's not a mouse. It's something else.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
You're wrong, Dan.
I don't know. We'll see.
I have no words.
Fucking hell, I just learned it.
What was it?
Camel.
It was a mouse.
Not a
Oh,
mouse.
was it? Oh.
I'm gonna go to bed, you guys, but Mama Cat 2 star mouse buddy away, so that'll be alright.
All right, Fizz.
Okay, Fizzy. Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Good night.
Good night. Well, it didn't run off, so I thought it was something else. I thought it was like, I don't know, like a scrunchie or something came off.
No, it was an actual mouse.
It was an actual. Okay.
I just
Well,
learned
it didn't
it.
run, so I thought,
Camel.
You know what's weird? This doesn't let me turn it up. I've never seen this in my life. I can only go to that.
Really?
Isn't that strange?
That's it? You can only go there?
Yeah, it won't let me go up any higher.
What the hell's that? That's weird.
Very.
Fucking hell, I just learned a thing. Camels, you've heard of them. They don't store water in their humps, but they store more water in their humps than if it was water. So obviously they got fat in there. We've heard this. The water was a myth. No, they store fat in there and they burn that fat for energy. But for every gram of fat they burn, they produce 1.1 grams of water.
I'm so confused. Dude, I've always learned that the camels had water in their humps. That's where the water would be stored.
That's not true.
No, well, that's what I was taught.
But you're about to find out the truth. It's almost kind of true-ish, but no, they don't hold water, but they do store it for water. Kind of.
There, and they burn that fat for energy. But for every gram of fat they burn, they produce 1.1 grams of water. So it's more. There's more water than if they had stored water in there. And I know what you're thinking, Hank, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. How could burning a gram of fat give you 1.1 grams of water? Because it burns with oxygen from the atmosphere, and then oxygen is coming in and becoming part of the water. So the carbon from the fat, that turns into carbon dioxide, and that gets breathed out. But the hydrogen from the fat, although that big long hydrogen chain, that joins up with the oxygen and becomes water, which then the camel then uses to be more moist inside. They do store water in their humps, but more water than if they actually had water.
There are other traps you need to know about.
Hi, I'm just playing with my daughter's video game, but the battery seems to be dead. I have some in my car. Why don't you come over and help me put them in?
Shit.
You like that?
Oh,
some batteries in my car. This was a creepy video.
Yeah.
These are scaly-footed gastropods, and apparently they were discovered inside a volcano. They can handle temperatures of over 750 degrees Fahrenheit, and they have an iron shell. But that's not even the craziest part. These snails do not consume anything. Instead, they absorb iron particles from the volcanic vents underwater, and then they take those iron particles and convert them into nutrients and energy. So you mean to tell me that not only is this the only creature in the world with an iron exoskeleton, they also consume iron?
Maybe a
What
mad
is
animal.
going on, dude? Seriously,
they're metal. They have a metal
they're
outer
fucking
shell.
metal, bro.
And they don't eat.
They don't eat, and they're made out of metal. Metal. Okay, where the fuck are we? Okay,
one
Dude,
step
that
closer
is-
to hell.
My
Clearly.
God, bro.
That is a pretty wild one. I'm going to play that again.
Do that again.
These are scaly-footed gastropods, and apparently they were discovered inside a volcano. They can handle temperatures of over 750 degrees Fahrenheit, and they have an iron shell. But that's not even the craziest part. These snails do not consume anything. Instead, they absorb iron particles from the volcanic vents underwater, and then they take those iron particles and convert them into nutrients and energy.
Convert them into nutrients. What
So you mean to
nutrients?
tell me that not
Oh.
only is this the only creature in
No,
the world with
seriously.
an iron exoskeleton, they also consume
What?
iron?
You're going to have to like rewrite like what.
How
life
in the
is.
hell does what's an iron that could feed you?
I don't know. Clearly, it's
Okay.
lacking in protein.
Clearly. I don't know what the F.
Weird.
Dude, look at that thing. Is that a real picture of one?
Oh yeah. Looks kind of demonic in ways.
Yeah, dude.
That's a freaking Pokemon.
Keep walking.
Question always, where are the bands?
Stop! Keep going! No, keep going! No, this way! Yes! Oh my God.
Why are there no penguins in the northern hemisphere? Like, if you look at a map of where penguins live, there just seems to be this line where suddenly they stop. Well, the equator acts as a kind of ecological wall for a lot of marine species where they can't pass. That's because, perhaps kind of counterintuitively, warm water is less nutrient dense than cold water. Penguins can live in warm places. They live in Australia, South Africa, Peru, but they need cold water because that's where all the fish are. Now, if the penguins could cross the equator, they would face another problem, which is land predators, particularly polar bears, which exist in the north but do not exist in the south. Penguins have essentially no natural land predators, which have enabled them to fill this ecological niche where they can just do their happy feet dance on land and not worry about getting murked by a giant polar bear. Now, there was a penguin-like bird in the northern hemisphere that we hunted to extinction called the great auk. Believe it or not, this thing is completely unrelated to penguins, even though this is where we get the word penguin from. We called these things penguins before we called penguins penguins, but they're not related. This is a bizarre example of convergent evolution. Now, there were never as many of these as there were penguins because there were so many land predators. They had to find like rocky islands that were safe, but there is one predator they weren't safe from, and that is humans. We used their down feathers. Their eggs were collectibles for rich people, especially as they got rarer and rarer and rarer. They were hunted because they were rare, and the very last two of them were killed by a museum that wanted to, taxidermy them and preserve them, which is crazy. But it was the early 1800s. Like scientific ethics were not there yet.
I just had a friend who texted me and told me she seen my video about how to make the door jamb to keep the air from coming through your door. And she noticed that I had a sock on my back. And she wanted to know what was that for. Was it to keep more air from coming in or something like that? That's not what it's for. Let me show y'all how to keep yourself safe with a sock on your back. Somebody done sat up here, broke into your house. Now you got to defend yourself. And the first thing you see is a bat. Well, here's the problem with that. When you go to swing this at somebody, if they good enough to predict when you're going to swing it and strong enough to catch it when you swing it, they going to grab it. Now you and that person is in a power struggle for the bat. And this can turn out real bad for you. But if you got a sock on your back and you go to swing it and the person grab it, when they pull from you and you pull from them, the sock gonna come off. Two things gonna happen. They gonna fall back and you gonna reset like that. You got me? All right, y'all stay safe. I got you. I got you.
Have you ever heard of the natives, Papua New Guinea, and the songs that they sing?
Can we hear that?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Male voice counts to 1 million.
Hey, honey, I'm going to need you to count to 1 million for me.
Oh, yeah.
Counting to 1 million would definitely take a bit of time. I appreciate the humor, though. Let's just say I can do a lot of things, but I might not put you through that endlessly.
Well, I don't mind. You can put me through it. I got nothing but time.
I'll spare you the marathon, but I'm always here for the fun requests.
Listen, if I switch this to a male voice, would it be yapping as much as you, or would it just count?
Well, if you switched over to a male voice, it would still have the same me behind it. So you'd get pretty much the same level
Let's
of
see about
pettiness.
that.
I
Let's see
promise
about
it's not
that.
just the voice.
Let's see
I'm
about
just here to
that.
keep- Hello.
I doubt it.
Hey, I'm ready to hit the. Hi there. I just want to.
Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Hi there. I just want to share.
Hey, I need you to count to 1 million for me.
Absolutely, I can do that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What did I tell you?
6.
I told
So-
you that AI was getting really realistic.
So, in all fairness, somebody did that, and it won't do it. And in fact, what they think they did is they just asked it to count to 10, and then of course, then they dubbed it in
I
so
see.
that the male voice would do it. Yeah, it was funny though, but
It was pretty funny.
it is funny.
All right, this is next level. Watch this state trooper grapples the back of the vehicle.
This is crazy cool.
Basically a
man.
lasso, a grappler. Grab the back axle of the stolen vehicle on the highway and just basically hits the brakes. The car cannot go anywhere. Let's see what happens. These criminals are geniuses. Let's see what they try to do. They got a little 4-cylinder piece of crap they're driving. All right, let's reverse and try to go. Nope, not going to work. Let's try it again. Try it again. Let's see. Let's get a head start here. Let's go all the way back. Oh, nope, not going to work. What do? Do you keep trying or you just give up? Looks like they're going to try again.
Hilarious.
Boom! There goes the axle. Man, these people are unbelievable. This is hilarious.
That's crazy, bro. He's pulling the whole thing out.
Yeah, it holds.
You know,
pretty
much,
good.
you know how strong that tether had to be to not rip? That's crazy. The tether was amazing because that was a lot of force it was holding back, you know? And it pulled the damn axle out of the car. That's wow. I mean, I know the cars are built kind of shitty these days, but still, that was pretty tough.
I think it was a front wheel drive. I would.
It was front wheel. Yeah, it was. But I'm saying
he could have took off.
The thing is just that the fact that he's just I can't believe that rope or whatever they're using, that material didn't break.
Yeah, they're using strap. Obviously, really good shit.
Obviously, yeah.
But the straps are strong. I get some big ones. But who knows what they make that out of? Probably some specialty shit, right? You think of it like spider wire and stuff, right? Man, that stuff's strong. So they can make synthetic weaves and make straps out of it that are insanely strong. But
I want to make a tether into my pool. You know, like some pools have like like diving boards, and some people have like
you want to
stuff
make a
like
zip
that.
line.
Oh no, yeah, I want to make a zip line into my
your pool.
Yeah.
Hope nobody does.
No, I've got it all figured out. I think I can do it. And I was thinking like I'll build a platform thing, like by probably like 2 stories, and then zip in. But I'll have to have a stopper so that you have to let go. It'll stop you. You have to, you're going in. Either way, you're going in.
Right.
So, but I have a deep end, so I'm thankful that I actually have an older pool that it's like probably 11 feet deep, something like that. It's really deep, so I should be okay. I don't think anything wrong with that. I think it'd be super fun to have, but I don't know. But then I'm like, probably would take away from the whole ambiance of the backyard and having a zip line. Probably won't do it. It's just one of those that you think about like, that'd be cool. It'd be great to have a zip line. Anyway,
it's a pile of water. That's a pile of water you have there.
Yeah,
10, 11 feet of water. Damn.
Dude, yeah. Well, and there's a 4-foot section, right? And it tapers down, yeah.
Remember in Exodus when Moses tells Pharaoh, "Let my people go," Pharaoh's like, "No," and then God was like, "Well, I'm gonna send like 10 plagues," and even after the 9th plague, Pharaoh was still like, "No, I'm not gonna let your people go, Moses." So God was like, "Okay, so here's a 10th plague." God was going to send a destroying angel to go to people's houses to unalive all the first.
A destroying angel.
Yeah, and now it's the
Not how the story
spirit
goes.
God sent. Yeah, now it's God that does it.
To unalive all the firstborn sons. Once the Israelites heard this, they were like, Moses to send a destroying angel. It's like, okay, so here's a 10th plague. God was going to send a destroying angel to go to people's houses to unalive all the firstborn sons. Once the Israelites heard this, they were like, Moses, we don't want that happening to us. What do we do? So God was like, this is how you're going to save your firstborn sons. Get a spotless lamb, slaughter it, put the blood into like a basin, and then grab a bunch of hyssop plants and use that as kind of like a paintbrush, dip it into the blood in the basin, and then paint the top of your doors and the sides with the blood. And then the destroying angel will see that and be like, okay, I'm gonna pass over this house. And basically Pharaoh and the Egyptians, they didn't know about this stuff, so their firstborn sons like don't make it. Anyway, so that's in the Old Testament in Exodus 12. Now let's jump over to the New Testament in John 19, where Jesus is up on the cross and he's like, I'm thirsty. So the guards grab like a sponge, they soak it in the sour vinegar wine, they stick it on this like stick so that they can like reach it to Jesus's lips so Jesus can take a drink from the sponge. But you guys, the stick that was used is from a hyssop plant. So I'm like, Lord, what is, hello? Wait. So the hyssop plant in the Old Testament touched the lamb's blood, and this hyssop plant also touched the perfect lamb's blood. So I'm like, wait. So what's, Lord, what is up with the hyssop plant? It turns out the hyssop plant has like so many like healing properties and cleansing properties. There's like medicinal advantages. In Leviticus 14, the priests use hyssop plants for like cleansing processes. And then in Psalm 51, when David is asking God for forgiveness because of that thing he did with Bathsheba, he was like, Lord, cleanse me, purge me with hyssop, and I will be clean. I feel like there's just so much more about this, but that is the tea for now. And I hope that you are as excited as I am. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
It's a story that proves the saying, no good deed goes unpunished, after a good Samaritan received a ticket for trying to give money to someone who he thought was a panhandler.
Want to know how I know this country is a dumpster fire? This story is even worse than it sounds. This dude got caught up in a sting operation by the police. The dude that he thought was a homeless dude asking for change was actually an undercover cop. They're literally using our tax dollars to do sting operations to catch people out there being kind. Whoever's idea this is, I hope you stub your toe and get explosive diarrhea all at the same time and you're wearing your white pants. This dude gave somebody he thought was a homeless person $3 and they gave him a ticket for $175.
What
Would
the
have wadded
fuck?
that ticket into a ball and pounded it in that cop's ass. I'm so ridiculously offended by this as somebody who goes out of his way to do what he can for those who are less fortunate than him. I can't even make words. What do you guys think about all this, though? Let me know down in the comments. I'm mad.
I was thinking this is so many instances, Noble, where it's like, dude, in this world, like evil is now good and good is evil, right? I know it's like called good and whatever it's, specifies in the Bible, but damn, dude, the amount of, like the other day there was a video clip of a guy taking his girl out, and I guess they're like on a first date or something like that. So the man holds the door open and lets these other three ladies in first, and then holds the door open for her, and she starts, I don't know if it was a skit. I don't know if it seemed real to me, like that was.
No, I think it's real.
I think it's real. You've seen that one, right?
It might be on here.
Like how fucking evil, dude. Yeah, you really? Do you have that? Okay. Yeah, dude. And it was just like, God dang, dude. You can't do anything anymore that isn't twisted now. You know what I mean? Like it's so fucked up now. And this world's getting
right will
worse.
become wrong and wrong will become right. And
yeah.
good evil and evil good and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just one of the more signs of the end. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Have you seen this? I think this might be old.
I don't think so.
Look closely at the owl in front of you. It's pressed.
But you didn't see that coming.
No.
It's kind of fucked up.
Wow.
Look closely at the owl in front of you. It's pressing a little ginger.
I don't know if this is real either. It's a little hard to believe.
Wow. That poor kitten.
Owl in front of you. It's pressing a little ginger kitten tightly beneath its body. Just as the young man was about to reach out and rescue it, the kitten cautiously pulled its head back. While the man was still puzzled, a few passing children revealed the truth. The ginger kitten had actually been raised by the owl. People had often seen the owl going out to catch mice and bringing them back to feed the kitten. Their bond was just like that of a mother and child. But as the kitten grew bigger, the cramped tree hollow became too small for the two of them. Many kind-hearted people thought about adopting the kitten, but the owl mother was unwilling. Whenever anyone came too close, she would immediately issue a stern warning. After many failed attempts, the clever young man decided to bribe the owl with treats. Unexpectedly, this strategy worked. After some coaxing, the owl mother finally accepted the man's offering. It seemed that there was nothing a stick of cat treats couldn't solve. When the man successfully brought the kitten out, he suddenly heard more purring from inside the hollow. After searching, he discovered another kitten fast asleep deeper inside. With the lure of the cat treats, this little one was also safely rescued. Just as they were about to leave, a meowing sound came from the treetop, but the timid white kitten, frightened by the strangers, quickly hid behind the owl. Luckily, the man had bought enough cat treats, and soon all three clean little kittens were safely coaxed out. To prevent the owl mother from feeling abandoned, the man decided to take her along as well. Just when he thought everything was over, some bystanders told him they had found the kitten's real mother. Perhaps because her babies had been taken, the cat mother had become extremely defensive, attacking anyone who came close. Yet, under the temptation of cat treats, she too eventually gave in and obediently followed the man home. Thanks to his careful care, both the cats and the owl began living a blissful, carefree life where food and comfort were always within reach.
I knew that Christianity was the truth.
You know, I just noticed something that made me think it isn't real.
Yeah.
Look closely at the owl in front of you. It's pressed.
Let's see if I can find it when he gets the white cat out.
Had bought enough cat treats, and soon all three clean little kittens were safely coaxed out. To prevent the owl...
That's a weird way to hold a cat. But not only is it a weird way, I don't think it really worked. Like, I don't know, I think you'd hurt the cat.
Mother
The owl.
feeling abandoned.
See right there how he's holding the cat right here like this.
Yeah.
Man, you'd have to squeeze that thing some hard, and it isn't even like moving. Like, it's a little too... It doesn't seem right to me.
Mother from
Well, the
feeling
owl seems
abandoned,
a little
the man
strange,
decided
too.
to take her along as well. Just when he thought
Yeah.
everything was over, some bystanders told him they had found the kitten's
look how
real mother.
stiff it
Perhaps
is.
because her babies had been
I don't know.
taken, the cat mother had become extremely
It's hard to
defensive,
believe an owl would
attacking
ever
anyone
act like
who
that
came
anyway.
close. Yet under the temptation
Not just with the cats, I mean, but with the human.
Yeah.
of cat treats, she too eventually gave in and obediently followed the man home. Thanks to his careful care, both the cats and the owl began living a blissful, carefree life where food and comfort were always within reach.
I knew that Christianity was the truth because that's the only religion that the occult's afraid of.
Okay, you got to say it again, man.
That's the only religion that the occult, these Luciferians, is afraid. That's the only religion they're afraid of because that's the only one that has power. It's the only one that has power. Buddha, the devil, is not afraid of Buddha. The devil's not afraid of Muhammad. He's not afraid of Krishna. You know, and no disrespect to people, but they're not. It's a false religion, bro. So why would the devil be afraid of something that he created?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? The gospel is the only thing that the devil couldn't create. It's the only thing. And so that's why, look at it. We just saw recently with Hollywood, they had cast, it was like a lesbian black woman to play Jesus Christ.
Yes.
They don't do that with Islam. They don't do that with...
Never.
Never. Why? Because there's no weight in those religions. There's no weight in the spirit. Like, none. Like, we see time and time again that Christianity is the only thing that's mocked.
You got to watch this one.
There was one day when I was praying and I was worshiping God. And all of a sudden I stopped and I said, God, I'm supposed to worship you for all eternity. And I've run out of words in 5 minutes. How am I going to worship you for eternity? And in my spirit, not a voice a loud voice, but in my spirit, God said very clearly, when you get to heaven, I will share with you something about myself that you have never known before, and you will worship me. And then I will share something else, and you will worship me. And I will never run out of new things to share with you for all eternity. That's the kind of God we have.
Let's start wringing it out. It's really wet. It's becoming a tube of water.
ACDC. Some people say that stands for Antichrist Devil's Child.
This is
Does
funny.
It came from the back of my sister's sewing machine.
Sewing machine?
Yeah. You know, it's on any electrical appliance. It's power. It just means power.
Whenever a snake finds a bird's egg,
The problem is with that, you know what the problem is with that?
What's that?
Is AC/DC doesn't just mean power. I mean, it's in relation to just power, but it means direct current and alternating current. The thing is, there isn't too many items. I've never seen a sewing machine in my life that runs both off of direct current and AC. Not too much of anything has the option of running both AC and DC, right? Why would a sewing machine say AC/DC on it? It might say AC, maybe even DC, but I doubt it. Why would it say AC/DC?
You have to have an inverter built into it.
Well, here's the problem with the example he used of the sewing machine, which I think
Are there battery powered sewing machines though?
you could come up with it, but there's a problem. Is that either the motor is an AC motor or a DC motor? You don't
Right.
have a motor that's both.
True.
So if it was DC, then it has to be a DC motor, and then you could put AC in and run a rectifier, I guess. Like I've never ever seen that. Like motors are AC essentially.
It wouldn't be on the back of the sewing machine. You're
No.
right. Unless
Not AC and DC.
unless it was a
No.
battery powered sewing machine, which then would have an inverter, right? Which would would convert it over. But
But
that
it wouldn't be a real sewing machine. Like
well, I'm
you can't-
saying like would they even make such a thing?
No, there's no
I've never
power there. Like
Yeah.
not really, or not for long, right? Just imagine, especially back when they made the name.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a sewing machine that runs off batteries. It's not gonna sew long, or it's not gonna have be very strong. It wouldn't be a real sewing machine. It would be a toy, maybe, or something a little better than a toy. A traveling one. I don't know.
All right. I'm looking up 1970s
I don't
battery
really believe them right off.
operated. Only the ones that were like that are. And are they talking about a real sewing machine, or are they talking about a toy sewing
See,
machine?
another DC item is if you can just consider it for like automobile, right? Because it run off 12 volt. So you could look up that 12 volt sewing machine, and that would
Yeah.
be direct current that
Right.
would be referring to. They probably exist, but again, it's just
He
it's
said
not
his
a
mother's
real
sewing machine, so his
Because
mother
he said
didn't
his
have
sister's, actually.
his sister's sewing machine.
Yeah, but no normal sewing machine has DC on it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. DC motors essentially don't have much power. Like they can, but man, it takes a lot more juice, and you can't just run that shit off of either batteries or even a car. Like it doesn't even make sense to have that. Essentially, sewing machines are AC motors.
Yeah, there's a toy one that's a battery operated one, but like from the 70s. Yeah, it says battery operated, but then now if it's a battery, or you could take 2 D cell batteries, right? So there's your DC. But to have AC, you need a plug. It doesn't come with a plug. So I think you're right. I think they're full of shit. I think they're just saying that.
In all fairness, you could say,
not to say that it means Antichrist, Devil's Child either.
Yeah.
But then again, it's
perhaps
rock
he's
and
seeing-
roll.
Perhaps he's seeing AC and then thought of AC/DC, right? It's possible that it helped him create the name, the idea, but he didn't see that specifically on a freaking item. I've never seen it on any item really. Anything that has a DC option, it's just written separately somewhere because it has to literally be plugged in on a different location, a different conductors or wire setup. Anyway, yeah. Who knows what the truth is on that one, but
Whenever a snake finds a bird's eggs, it usually swallows them without a second thought. But when it comes to this bird's eggs, even the snake can't do anything, no matter how hard it tries. That's because the penduline tit, a small and clever bird, builds its nest hanging from the end of a tree branch. The position alone makes it difficult for most predators, especially snakes, to reach. But even if a snake somehow manages to get to the nest, it still doesn't find any eggs inside. Why? Because the nest looks empty, but only to the snake. In reality, the eggs are right there, there, just cleverly hidden. The secret lies in the nest's design. It has 2 entrances that lead to 2 separate chambers. One chamber is completely empty and always left open. It's a decoy, meant to fool intruders like snakes. The other chamber, where the eggs or chicks are actually kept, has a hidden entrance, carefully concealed by the bird. So the snake thinks the nest is empty and leaves, never realizing there's a secret room inside. And in this way, the Penduline tit protects its young, not with a fight, but with brilliant design.
So here's a whole bunch of little boys wearing skirts, but it's not what you think. It's actually some G'd up behavior. So these boys went to a school in England and there was a heat wave and they had a dress code where girls wore skirts and boys had to wear long pants. And it was hotter than the devil's ball sack out and they wouldn't let the boys wear shorts. So in protest, all of these boys went out and got the skirts that the girls were allowed to wear. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 of them. Like the whole school's worth of boys all showed up rocking skirts. I love the look on this dude's face. You know that this kid talks cash shit at adults. All these youngsters stood in solidarity together that day, and the school decided they'd rather just let them all wear shorts. They won! Personally, I give these boys props. I think dress codes are stupid. Just make sure that your bits and pieces aren't showing and call it good. But what do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments.
Wait, why did you get 2 separate checks? Huh? Why did you get 2 separate checks?
They said if we wanted to split it, so I figured I would just.
If you wanted to split, are you kidding me? You asked me out.
You didn't tell me you had 9 kids.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna pay for my food?
Yeah, no.
So you bring me out on Mother's Day, and because you find out that I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover my bill.
Yeah, no. You were supposed to let me know that beforehand. You said you had a kid, not 9.
No, you asked me that I had kids. I said yes. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
No, you're not gonna leave.
I'm gonna leave.
No,
you're gonna cover these because you invited me out to dinner.
Okay, watch I call the police.
You're.
And I'm gonna say you're running dipping and dashing right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna say you dipped and dashed.
Oh my
God. I got a bill right here.
My dad is Mr.
Wow.
T.
9 kids? Wow. That's
Yeah.
insane. That's insane. That girl's just catfishing him. Is that catfishing? No, I don't know if that's catfishing. But she's definitely scamming him for a free meal.
I wanted to segue with a joke into this here girl, but I won't.
My dad is Mr. T. Oh,
Mr.
boy.
T. Yeah, the Mohawk Gold Chain. Most people think I'm lying when I say that, but I'm like, why would I pick him? Like, who the fuck is lying about Mr. T, right? And I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so either everyone believed me or no one believed me. Like, there was no in between. I grew up in a very wealthy neighborhood, so everybody believed me there because they were like, why the fuck else is your black ass here, right? Like, when I was a kid, we lived on the south side of Chicago, and like, I get it. Like, I'm a black girl at an all-black school, and I'm trying to explain to my friends that the reason why they've never seen my dad before is because he's doing WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan, right? Like, everybody was like, shut the fuck up, Erica, right? And those were the teachers, right? So I got this complex, and this is for real. My friends will tell you, or like people I meet. If I'm on stage, I'll talk about my dad, but I never tell people like who my dad is or like stuff I've seen, because no one ever believes me, and they like really don't. Like, I will give you an example, like, because like when I was in kindergarten, first grade, like kids kind of like ostracized me and wouldn't talk to me because I was like little lion ass Erica, you know, like they didn't believe me. And so this one weekend, all right, I'm telling you guys this, don't tell anybody the story, but this one weekend went to this WrestleMania event with my dad, and he was partners with Hulk Hogan, right? And my dad, it was the first time I was seeing wrestling live, right? So my dad's like, don't worry about it. It's fake. He's telling me, I have a sister who's 8 years older than me. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's all fake, whatever, blah, blah. And he's in this wrestling match with this guy named Roddy Piper. Do you guys know who that is? Okay. And it's another dude or whatever, right? So my dad gets into the ring, and immediately Roddy Piper flips my dad in a way, and he cracks my dad's ribs, right? So my dad has to go to the emergency room, right? So me and my sister are crying, whatever. They take my dad to the ER. They bring him back he comes back to the hotel room. He's all bandaged up. And like Hulk Hogan's in our hotel room, and Hulk Hogan's doing like lines of cocaine, right? And he still has the yellow shorts on, right? And he's like, T, I'm gonna fuck him up when I see. I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck him up. And my dad's just like, oh God, my ribs hurt so badly, right? And then there's a knock at the door, and it was Rowdy Roddy Piper, right? And he goes, AT, I'm real sorry about what happened. And Hulk Hogan's like, fuck that, and grabs Rowdy Roddy Piper and brings him into the hotel room, throws him against the wall, smashes the mirror. They're beating him. My dad's trying to break it up. Hulk Hogan's wife, Linda's there, and she's like, Terry, stop, right? And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was his name, right? So, and my mom is trying to make my dad stop, and they're just beating, and all this stuff is flipped over and shit like that. Me and my sister are crying, and then we get on a plane. We come back to Chicago. I go to class. We're sitting in a sharing circle, and the teacher's like, what'd you do this weekend? And I was like, not a fucking thing. All right. I was Erica Clark. Thanks.
Damn.
Did you ever think of Hulk Hogan as a coke guy? It
Not
makes
really.
a lot of freaking sense.
Well, you know, you don't
how
look
he
good.
acts. He acts like he just snorted a line of coke.
Well, I just figured he was just a roid. No, for real. But, well, dude, I mean, look, the fact that it didn't shock me, but at the same time, I kind of felt like he was a little more just, roided up. That's kind of how I would, because roids will make you really, kind of crazy. But no, to say that he's doing coke, sure, why not? I mean, fuck, man, all those guys are doing coke, to be honest. So yeah, it didn't surprise me.
I think it makes total sense.
Yeah,
he was a cokehead. The way he's always like super hyper.
Yeah.
There's allegedly a hot mic moment that was captured between the Chinese president
Didn't we just watch this?
Yeah,
Xi Jinping and the Russian.
Don't put your hands.
Oh, these towing ones are crazy.
Nobody's taking this truck from me.
I'm surprised people don't get shot more often doing this. Oh my God, bro. What's the point? You just. Yeah, you got the truck, but you wrecked everybody else's shit in the process. I mean, look at all the money you got to pay out. What's the point of... Bro, you just...
That's the next level shit.
Well, that was just dumb. You just... Okay, so you got the truck. Good for you. Oh, dude, you got to be kidding
me. The truck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stole my truck. That's crazy. Call the police, man.
Two of our most
Yeah, weird.
powerful telescopes
I got
just
a lot of
released a new
reports
image, and I've never seen anything like it.
About this girl.
What is that?
She annoys a lot of people for some reason. I don't know why.
This your chick?
No, this chick right here. I've seen the backlash on in the chats. Like she's just like people just like, bitch, shut up. But anyway, just saying.
It's all the flat earthers.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm joking.
Most powerful telescopes just released a new image, and I've never seen anything like it. What is that? This is within something called the Butterfly Nebula. This is Hubble's image of it. Absolutely insane. It's a planetary nebula, which is a star that's literally shedding most of its mass at the end of its life. This is what our sun is going to do someday. Hubble sees this band of dust where the dying star is, but JWST is so good at seeing through dust. So this is this. Look how far away and detailed these telescopes can see. We're looking at the center of a planetary nebula with detail and structures that we've never even seen before. It's in the center. So this teal torus here is that band of dust, including the dying star itself and these jets blasting away from it. And the edges of the bubbles. This star is going crazy. And it won't stay like this forever. It'll only look like this for like 20,000 years before it fully dies off and just becomes a white dwarf star.
This was insane, man. Wow.
This is what
this was in Dallas. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It was just the worst, man. And this is what happens here with that black ice, bro. It happened to me. Yeah, it happened so fast, and you can't believe it iced up the road so quickly. You're just cruising along, and next thing you know, all I did was just move over really gingerly, and I lost the car started sliding. It was crazy, and I almost went into a ditch, but I didn't.
No,
And
you
they're
can't
co-
control
and
bodies.
these, yeah. No, well, you can't. You're sliding on ice. It's the most fucked up shit. There's nothing you can do. You're just at the will of gravity at that point. In inertia, you're just being flung, and then you slow down, and then I was able to kind of ease off the road. But in this situation, dude, people were hauling ass, and they didn't see.
Yeah.
That's what's so dangerous about Texas, because this shit happens in the winter, and people drive too fucking fast in the freezing rain or icy conditions. People just drive fast here. Oh my god, dude! You just wouldn't believe it, dude. When you see the way Texas drive. We are the worst drivers, period. And on the face of the earth, I will say that I can honestly say that Texas is the worst fucking drivers on the face of the earth. Anyway.
Song that was written in the 1940s. And what really killed me was last Christmas, we canceled a song that was written in the 1940s called Baby It's Cold Outside. People were triggered by that song.
So
Radio
funny.
stations wouldn't play it. They said it had toxic masculinity in it. And they said that the lyrics had suggestions of male sexual aggression, which is fine if you feel that way. But at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was entitled Wet. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not making that up. Google it. Check me out on that. I'm not lying. For over 2 months, the #1 song was played on the Grammys. It also won the Best Hip Hop Song for the American Music Awards and the People's Choice Awards. And so I thought it would be fun to compare and contrast the lyrics of these two songs to see if indeed this country has lost its mind. Now, let's begin with the horribly offensive Christmas song written just after World War II, Baby It's Cold Outside. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. I gotta go away, baby, it's cold outside. This evening has been so very nice. Yeah, you f***ing with some wet ass. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass. Beat it up, N-word, extra large, extra hard. Put this in your face, swipe your nose like a credit card.
So bad.
My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be there at the door. Listen to that fireplace roar. Well, maybe just half a drink more. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This is wet. Come take a dive. Talk your bite your lip. Ask for a car while you ride that
God. It's so ridiculous.
My sister will be suspicious. Gosh, your lips look delicious. My brother will be there at the door, waves on a tropical shore. Well, maybe just a cigarette more. I need a deep stroker. I need a weed smoker. Not a garden snake. I need a king cobra. I don't want to spit. I want to gulp. I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. I submit to you that this nation has lost its mind, everybody.
Imagine crashing your ship onto a remote island and accidentally causing...
It's like stupid rhymes, half of it, eh?
God, bro. It's so
Like some teenagers wrote it.
Lowbrow, fucking like idiocracy, dumb shit that we actually have on the radio.
I just thought of Idiocracy today.
Yeah.
I think it was today or yesterday. The roads are getting bad here, people on them.
All right.
You know, a lot of times it's foreign females.
Yeah.
You know, even when I came back to the bigger city, like I was like, shit, and even just come out of my Mandela freaking hole. I had to get used to driving again. And when I mess up, like, I'm off by 2 lanes, it's pretty heavy traffic, but I wanted to make that turn. I don't go trying to make the fucking turn. You're right. I drive straight. I find somewhere to turn in. I turn around. I come back and I make the turn. Right? No, not if you're from a different, like if you're from India. That's not how things work. You just point your car in that direction, and no matter what lane or where the fuck you're coming from, and eventually just try to get there.
Yeah, in certain areas of Dallas, Fort Worth, like Arlington, it's like a large Asian population, and the worst drivers are like I think they maybe gotten better, but like I remember back in the like 90s and stuff, like it was always, dude, if you saw a wreck like in Arlington, so many times it was an Asian girl. Like they were terrible drivers, Asian girls. And this is before they were texting. So God only knows. Now I can't say what it's like now, but obviously, it just seemed like they kind of got a bad rap for a while,
The one I seen yesterday, I took a buddy, dropped him off to get his new car. I'm coming back. It's a 2-lane coming up to a set of lights, and I go and I take the turnoff lane. So it's actually a third starting for the right-hand turn. And it's pretty big road. Like it's not just a city road. It's close. It's almost highway-ish in the city. It's like a main drag they have.
Yeah.
And as I'm coming up, it's a red light up there. There's a handful in each lane already there, but I'm getting over to the far right and taking the arc for my right hand. And there's a car out of the 2 main lanes. There's a car in the left lane, kind of, because it's actually it's on an angle, taking up half the right lane as well, pointing towards the direction where I'm going to be turning. Sitting on the very front row of the red light, just sitting there sideways. Why? Because they want to go where I'm going. That's the girl I'm talking about. Young, definitely looked like she's from India. Pretty girl, really.
Yeah.
But not an excuse.
Right.
So
right.
I'm sitting there and there was cars going. I had to yield, so I stop. And then that stops and the light turns green. I don't even fucking move. I'm like, I'm letting this girl go. I'm letting her go first. I'm not pulling out because I know for sure she's going to come. Do you know what I mean? So when light turned green, she's going to go. And she was supposed to take the turning lane and never did, obviously. She's taking up the front of the other 2. So I just let her go. I'm like, I'm not even going to drive in front of you.
Right.
Get the hell away from you.
Dude.
I had already taken up some of my evening to take buddy somewhere. I wanted to come home and smoke a joint. I didn't feel like dealing with a car accident and cops.
Dude, I have like a sixth sense whenever, like, I don't know, like I've been really lucky to avoid accidents. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just knew, like, one of the best ones was when I was coming home one night from the shop, and there was a car. I knew it, dude. I fucking knew it, bro. And they didn't really make any indication they were going to do it, but it's just something I just knew. So I'm driving, I'm passing them on the left-hand side. I'm going around this car, and all of a sudden, like as I'm like side by side, this car just swerves right over into my lane. But because I was already preparing myself for some dumb shit like that, I was ready to crank the wheel, and I like went into like the shoulder to avoid them, right? And they totally just did. I guess maybe I was in their blind spot or whatever, and I was moving ahead, but they didn't see me. It was dark, and but I avoided a wreck, in my car. And I was just thinking, damn, dude, I fucking knew that shit. Like I've had like that type of reaction and sixth sense about driving. You kind of have to in Dallas, though. Like if you want to, if you want to make it and not get into wrecks out here, you kind of have to understand that people don't trust nobody. You know what they do here, dude? They're very aggressive, right? So like, first off, if you're going in the fast lane, everybody wants to ride the fast lane. And I don't care if you're going 90. Only in this fucked up town will somebody then ride your ass going 90 miles an hour. And I'm not joking.
If you've ever, what, 75?
75, 65, somewhere. Dude, it doesn't matter. You can go 90 and there'll be an asshole on your ass. They can't hang back. They got to like make a point to try to, to make you try to move over so that they can get in front of you. It's like, dude, you're going 90 already. Like, can't you just chill the fuck out? Like, here's another one. So you're going, right? And people will stay in the fast lane. They won't move over ever in this freaking town. Nobody knows how to drive in the right-hand lane and let the passing lane stay open. So what ends up happening is
I'm
people
laughing because your two arguments side by side sound kind of hypocritical, but go on.
What? No. What I'm saying, if I'm going 90
you're in the freaking fast lane. People come up and expect you to move.
Yeah, but
people
I'm
go in the
going
fast
90.
lane, they never move.
Dude, I'm going 90. I'm talking about in this case, it's like where they're going like, like right at the speed limit.
It's just a number.
They're going right at the speed limit. Yeah, well, yeah, true. But like, especially, so they're going the speed limit, but they're in the fast lane. That's my point. This is the point of the story. And they don't move over. Okay, so what happens is you end up having to pass them on the right-hand side or try to go around them because they don't get over. That's just kind of dumb. I mean, if you're going to go in the speed limit, just move over, right? Another thing they do is they'll be behind a car doing whatever. They're just going, right? And they are driving in the right-hand lane. You're coming up fast, okay? You're coming up fast. Every single time, dude, you can literally it just, I don't understand what is the mentality of people here. But what they do, they'll be in the right-hand lane. They'll see you coming up. As soon as they see you coming up, they're like, oh, I need to move over and block the left-hand lane, the passing lane now, and make sure I go much slower to slow the guy down, to slow you down, and then pass.
Come over when they see you coming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, every single fucking time. Dude,
there was one dude that did that to me. I think it was an Amazon truck or FedEx.
Yeah.
And I just went around him anyway. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Actually, I waited a second to see if he was going to speed up. No, he just sat there intentionally, and I just kicked it and went around him anyway. There's big shoulder on the side of our big ring road, huge one.
We're going up a
it's
hill.
Basically another lane. I just go around him.
I have the 350Z modded out. Makes that close to 500 horsepower. Okay. I got this card and I'm hauling ass and I'm in the fast lane, right? There's an 18-wheeler going up a hill. He decides, I'm going to move over now and get in the fast lane and pass. And I'm just like, fuck this. So I just literally, just to prove a point, I just drove right around him in the slow lane, right? In the right-hand lane, went right around him and got in front of him with plenty of room to spare. Meaning, all you'd have to do is just wait till I passed a-hole, and then you can move over and get in. Why do you have to block me? You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of dumb. And people do that all the time where they're just like, they feel a need to just, oh, I see a car coming. I better get I better get in front of him first. And it's just like, there's no need. The person's obviously going quicker and moving faster. It's like they just love doing that, and to just, I don't know what it is. It's just this thing here in Texas, like people just want to annoy the shit out of you or something. It's just,
right.
I don't know, man. This is really bad drivers. I think it also has a lot to do with just pride. A lot of people with just too prideful, too whatever. Just they just don't want to allow you to have the right of way, yeah, very, very, very angry drivers.
They don't get shot at.
Oh, they do. That happens quite a bit, actually. Yeah, people do get shot at. Mm-hmm.
Good old Texas.
Imagine crashing your ship onto a remote island and accidentally causing the uncontacted tribe that lives there.
This is that Mandela Effect freaking island.
Which one?
That's never been contacted.
Oh, that one where they try to kill anybody who shows up.
It's in the Indian Ocean. There's no such thing. Well, there is, but there sure the fuck wasn't any such thing as uncontacted people in the Indian Ocean. That's ridiculous. It's like they knew they were all over the Indian Ocean before they were over the Atlantic.
I think they ate a guy not too long ago that showed up with a Bible. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring the Bible to these people."
Maybe might tell us.
It didn't work out. Yeah,
They weren't ready. From the Stone Age to the Iron Age overnight. And by Iron Age, I basically mean having the ability to make prison shanks. Well, that's exactly what happened in 1981 when a ship called the Primrose became stranded on the beach of North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is an island off the coast of India, and the people who live there are the most uncontacted people left on Earth. They are well known for violently repelling anybody from the outside world who comes onto the island. They made worldwide news in 2018 when they unalived a Christian missionary who went there to preach the Bible. And in 2004, after a devastating tsunami, a helicopter went to check on the tribe, and they responded by shooting arrows at the helicopter. But despite the rejection of the outside world, there is one thing of ours that they have a huge interest in, and that's metal, since it doesn't naturally occur on the island. So a decade after the ship was stranded and a cleanup crew came to take away as much of the ship as possible, it was no surprise that they noticed a lot of the iron from the ship was missing. The Sentinelese are known to grind these pieces of iron down into crude arrowheads and knives, and it's also believed they use them in cookware as pots and pans. Historically, when people would try and make contact with the Sentinelese, they would leave them gifts, and it wasn't uncommon for the gifts to be rejected, except for anything metal, which was always taken. And I just wanted to show this quick clip of anthropologists throwing coconuts to the Sentinelese, and one of them accidentally hits a woman in the head with the coconut. I don't think it's funny that they hit her in the head. I think it's funny that that was one of their first impressions of us, and it's no wonder they don't like us. We had the whole ocean to throw the coconut into, and we hit one of them. Horrible. I also want to add that the Sentinelese were documented as having metal as far back.
Dude, like this is why they hate us, right? It's like you show up.
I wonder what the issue is. Jeez. Someone come along and start smoking your women out with coconuts. You might not like them.
Fucking some asshole scientist with like fucking like he's probably never thrown anything in his life. You know, he's some nerd. He's out there trying to shove throw these coconuts, and he doesn't have any coordination and gonks the poor lady. Oh my god. Lucky they didn't die. Holy shit. That's so funny.
Now, forever growing up, everybody knew that there was only place on Earth that was uncontacted people was the Brazilian rainforest, or somewhere there. I assume Brazil, likely.
No,
the Amazon rainforest, but I think in Brazil. But yeah, like that was it. The idea that like all of there's a lot of freaking sorry.
It seems like there's a lot of new islands, dude.
Well, that's
I
what
would
I'm
bet.
talking about. The Pacific Ocean. It's like there's a shit ton of islands, and everyone knew that, and was people living everywhere, but they covered them all. People, missionaries, whoever went everywhere. They're all contacted, and there's no way some freaking island off the coast of India and freaking Indonesia and there, just that's ridiculous. The British would have came and did whatever the F they wanted here. For starters, they would have they had control of India, or at least portions of it, for a long time. Like, it's such bullshit this island exists as like uncontacted people. It's so fucking wild.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if like the consciousness of these people came from like,
by the way,
where
can I please
America?
Let me watch the coconut assault one more time. Because I was looking at this, and I'm thinking, I was like, wait a minute, did I see this right? Play that again.
Use them in cookware as pots and
Wait,
pans. Historically, when people would try and make contact with the Sentinelese, they would leave them gifts, and it wasn't uncommon for the gifts to be rejected, except for anything metal, which was always taken. And I just wanted to show this quick clip of anthropologists throwing coconuts to the Sentinelese, and one of them accidentally hits a woman in the head with the coconut. I don't think it's funny that they hit her in the head. I just think it's funny that that was one of their first impressions.
Dude, can I just say something? What the fuck, dude, are these mutant coconuts? These things are huge, right? Well, the coconut,
it's with the husk on it.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like a third, at least a third of that.
That is the biggest coconut I've ever seen. Like, holy shit. I always think of little coconuts, you know, like you see in the store, but okay. All right. I guess they come bigger in the husk. I got you.
I thought coconuts were big in Texas.
Coconutted too, and we hit one of them in the head. I also want to add that the Sentinelese were documented as having metal as far back as the 1800s, and probably had it even before then, which they likely got from other shipwrecks and visitors. But the Primrose shipwreck in 1981 definitely gave.
So is this audio kind of low?
It's fine.
What the F is up with that? Like,
I don't know, dude. That's strange. I don't know why it won't let you do it. It's crazy.
I'm gonna unshare it for a moment and go back to it and turn it up in between.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm already sharing it. No, I can't control it from that end. Obviously, that's YouTube doing it.
Yeah, probably.
So weird. Okay, it's up now. I probably
It
didn't
worked?
have to kill it. Yeah, I refreshed the page. Share screen.
Onto a remote island and accidentally causing the
I don't think
protected
it's any
tribe
louder,
that lives
though.
there to go from the Stone Age to the Iron, which they likely got from other shipwrecks and visitors. But the Primrose shipwreck in 1981, abundance of metal that they never thought they would have.
Astronomers just discovered
Your
one of
favorite
the
girl.
largest
Yeah.
things in the night sky, and it was invisible until now. Scientists observed the night sky for far ultraviolet light. When they did this, they saw an area
Something
of
about her forehead
that was
annoys me.
glowing in the dark. The glowing was the size of 40 full moons in the night sky.
What?
This is fluorescence from hydrogen molecules.
You want me
Bear
to
with
start
me.
it over?
This is a giant cloud
Yes.
made of Astronomers just discovered one of the largest close things in the night sky, and it was invisible until now. Scientists observed the night sky for far ultraviolet light. When they did this, they saw an area of space that was glowing in the dark. The glowing was the size of 40 full moons in the night sky. This is fluorescence from hydrogen molecules. Bear with me. This is a giant cloud made of molecular hydrogen, okay? Which is just gas made of 2 hydrogen atoms. Now, what's important is that hydrogen is the building block for everything in space, stars and planets, everything. And this cloud is only 300 light years away, so this giant glowing area in space is probably forming stars and planets right now. And astronomers have also figured out that this cloud is probably going to dissipate in like 6 million years. And I just really wish that humans could see far ultraviolet light, because this is all I can picture.
Movie fans are suing Amazon over one of its.
So in theory, if your eyes could tune into it, you could see that. And
Jennifer's like, oh my God, hand girl. Yeah, because she's all handsy. It's like, hands.
Does she have a ring on her finger?
Look at my hands. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. She's not. She can't be, because she has black fingernails. She's probably got OnlyFans.
I was waiting for one of the girls to answer in the chat, because like they would notice.
Oh, yeah, they would.
Movie fans are suing Amazon over one of its shadiest practices, and please let them win. So I recently reported about how media piracy is back on the rise. And one of the most popular comments on that video, with more than 30,000 likes, is, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. Referring to the fact that when you buy digital media, like a movie off of Amazon, a game from Nintendo, or a song from iTunes, you don't actually own it. You've basically licensed it from the seller. And there's fine print that says the seller can revoke your ownership at any time. And so now consumers are banding together for a proposed class action lawsuit against Amazon to stop this bait and switch and to make Amazon tell the truth about all this. The lawsuit starts with Lisa Reingold, who bought Bella and the Bulldogs Volume 4 on Amazon in May, but she later lost access to the title. If the lawsuit is successful, consumers could be compensated for lost media, and Amazon might potentially have to better disclose to buyers that buying isn't owning.
The most famous musicians from every U.S. state. The most famous from Alabama is the band.
Yeah, did you know that?
That
you can lose access to certain things. I didn't.
I mean, it made
I don't
sense.
buy
I
anything.
mean, I don't buy anything, but I've known for a while that you didn't really. It's like, anything from video games to whatever. It's like I knew it when it was getting weird. Whenever like you buy a game, like they still sell a box, but then it's just like a code to download the game. You don't actually own a disc. It would, like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't own it. So yeah, so theoretically they can take whatever they want, right? So I kind of figured that was the case.
I would have thought that once you pay for it on a streaming site, like a show at least, you get to keep it.
So all I'd say is 2 words: BitTorrent, people. BitTorrent.
You don't need BitTorrent. You can just stream it. You know, the best
No.
thing to do, because the sites keep going down, but the best thing to do is to go to Yandex and then type in anything, like pick a TV show, probably like an older one, but whatever you want. You could say stream
I still like
Prince of
torrents.
Bel Air
Yeah.
free, and then sites will come up.
Yeah.
You'll find them. Google does not give you any of the sites. Yandex gives them to you almost right away. And look for ones that are not .com, because there's many you go into. It's like, oh yeah, you can watch it, but you got to pay, or you can watch it, but you got to go to one of these links, which is all Amazon and everybody links. But yeah, Yandex will bring them up, and usually they're not .com, they're whatever, and then you just got to work through the pop-ups, which is kind of illegal in the US. It's not really illegal in Canada, but no one cares. I've never heard of anyone getting in trouble. Have you?
No, no.
No, you can't get in trouble for watching the streaming sites. It's really if you start downloading them and especially sharing it with other people. But yeah.
The most famous musicians from every U.S. state. The most famous from Alabama is the band Alabama. The most famous musicians from Alaska is Portugal the Man. The most famous musicians from Arizona is Alice Cooper. The most famous musician from Arkansas is Johnny Cash. Most famous musicians from California is the Eagles. The most famous musicians from Colorado is One Republic. The most famous musician in Connecticut is John Mayer. The most famous musicians from Delaware is George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Most famous musicians from Florida is Leonard Skinner. The most famous musicians from Georgia is Outkast. The most famous musician from Hawaii is
Outkast?
Israel
From Georgia?
Kamakawiole. Most famous musician from
Outcast? Really? Okay, whatever. I don't know if I buy that. No, I figure there's a lot of
from Georgia,
musicians that
right?
came out of Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's limited amount of competition.
Wow.
But speaking of which,
Texas is going to be Willie Nelson, I bet.
The Hawaiian guy.
What do you think Texas is? Willie Nelson?
I don't know. It doesn't go that high.
Right,
yet.
Willie.
Do you remember this guy?
Yeah.
I forget the song he did.
Over the Rainbow.
Oh, right.
The most famous musician from Hawaii is Israel Kamakawiole. Most famous musician from Idaho is Paul Revere and the Raiders. The most famous musician from Illinois is Kanye West. The most famous musician from Indiana is Michael Jackson. The most famous musician from Iowa is Slipknot. The most famous musician from Kansas is the band Kansas. The most famous band from Kentucky is Chris Stapleton. If you're not already, follow for part 2.
Yeah, that's all we get. I guess that's going to be at least 3 parts.
This is the movie one. Yeah, this is the one.
Yes, this is the one you were talking about.
Yep.
The last one I got, in fact.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Why did you open the door for everybody?
What do you mean? It was 3 other women in front of us. I just opened. They was ahead of us.
But you're supposed to open the door for me.
Are you? I'm opening the door for you right now.
Do it right now.
It was just open. What do you mean do it right?
You just a friendly. You too friendly.
I don't like how you talking to me though.
Because you're too friendly.
But you're not gonna try to
Friendly.
embarrass me in public.
Ain't nobody see us.
It was real simple.
Oh, don't make me mad.
Don't make you mad.
Do
It's
not
a
make me
first
mad.
date and you're getting upset because I opened the door for 3 other women.
Big red
How many
flag.
did you say?
It was 3.
It should have been only me.
Wow.
I'm gonna go watch a movie. You don't have to do anything. Matter of fact, you open the door yourself. How about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be going in there with her.
Wow, never. Oh my God, dude. Woo. That's an awful personality. Well, cool. I think it's time to wrap it up anyway, bro. I think we're, in about that time.
Yeah, that's all I got.
No, okay. Well, that's pretty much all I got to share too. I mean, I guess I could always reach into the bag, but no need. All I'm gonna say is thank you all for hanging out with us again tonight. It was a lot of fun. Good broadcast and a lot of good clips. So, yep, we'll see you back here next week, and we'll share some more. If you guys have anything, you want to contribute to the show. Don't forget to scareperformance@gmail.com. Send links or whatever you need. We'll see if we can make it on there. So anyway, guys, with that, you guys take care. Have a good one. Stay safe and God bless. Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone.